What a crowd.
What a crowd. Howdy, folks.
It is so good to hear that theme music in the morning, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Makes
That
me
wakes
happy.
you right up.
Makes me happy.
I'm seriously more productive on Thursdays because of the show. Because, like, I have to jump out, get out of bed, get everything set up. And it,
I don't know that I'm more productive, but
Luke, your microphone's not working too good.
oh, it's not?
Yeah, you're a little soft, but
Oh, well, we can
Works
fix
fine
that.
for me.
Trust me, we can fix that.
Good.
Yeah. But yeah, I
we
don't
want to
know
hear
that
what you have
I'm,
to say there, Luke.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm is that better?
No,
Does that sound better?
we can hear you, but it's very sort of muffled.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, that's unusual.
yeah, it sounds like there's a slight echo in there, like a little bit of reverb.
Well, you know, it's not a Thursday morning without some technical difficulties now, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Of course not.
That's the
Of course
best
not.
one.
It would just be way too easy if everything worked exactly as it was supposed to work.
There we go.
Better?
Right?
Speak.
Right? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
That's mud.
Okay,
There you go.
Distinct. For a second
Right?
there, you were louder but out of sync, and I was like, in
Yeah.
full. Are we
Right,
kung
let's-
fu fighting?
Let's
Yeah.
start the show again.
What?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Let's
Hey.
roll that
Hey,
beautiful
folks,
bean
how you
footage.
doing? Happy
Uh,
Thursday.
Comics are awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Good night, everybody.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling a little fried.
That happens, you know.
It's been a long week. It's been a real long week.
I thought Florida was still on preheat.
We are on preheat right now.
Oh, that's why you're so flexible still, you know.
Yeah.
Fully-
Just really dry. I don't know. How about this one?
I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Although
What's
I
that-
keep expecting
what's that
a
dangling
giant
down there?
mass to just reach and
More bacon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
like. And folks, if you want to help Luke keep making the bacon, both literally and
Yes.
figuratively, be sure to support him over at Luke Stone Studios. He has a PayPal link at paypal.me.
I do, but you know what? If you're watching from the Luke Stone Studios YouTube today, you're gonna notice something different. We've got membership now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Today is the first day we officially have membership. You can earn a new badge, which is our boy Crispy. So you can get this new badge. Here, let me show you. You can be this guy.
Our boy Crispy.
You get your boy Crispy. So you get that badge as a member. So when you comment, it shows up there. That's your badge up next to your name. And there's emojis that you can do. So you can use him as an emoji. And then there's a trash man and chlorine emojis, a little chibi emojis. So yeah, some cool stuff.
Well, you need to get one of the rarest badges.
Like an actual crikey.
Crikey,
An actual badge.
Those are worth a fortune.
We're gonna have we got a guest coming in with us today. You guys want to say hi to him?
Hey, oh yeah.
Say hi to the Richness.
Oh,
Hey.
Rich,
What's up?
how are you doing?
How's it going, man?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you feeling, Luke?
You know, I'm feeling actually quite good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, outside of spontaneously, turning into bacon.
Oh my God.
Those side effects are so weird.
It's like a nightmare.
Just overcoming him.
Yeah.
I'm overcome with fear and hunger at the same time.
I know. It's like
it's-
what to do? What to do? Yeah.
Yeah, I turned into King Shark for a minute, and I was like, hungry. I was like, that's it. I'm gonna eat some bacon and stuff. I like bacon.
Yeah.
You're in
bacon's
the
good.
right place for that.
Yeah.
Hope you like cheese because it gets pretty
So,
Bacon
Nick, how
and
was your week,
cheese?
man? Bacon and cheese. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I got story time. I went to Cracker Barrel this last Sunday for lunch.
Cannibal.
I think that's where I went. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I went. But we got these loaded cheesy hash brown casserole tater tots, right? And so they cover the thing in cheese and bacon. So they make the cheesy
God,
hash brown
man.
casserole into tater tots, and then they cook that, and then they cover that in cheese and bacon, and then they serve it with ranch, and you dip in the ranch, right? Well, at the end, there was a lot of loose cheese and bacon. Guess who didn't let that go to waste? Not a chance. Not a
Good
chance,
man.
guys. Not a chance. I mean, I was eating mouthfuls of just cheese and bacon. I mean, that was-
Dude.
Yeah.
yeah. Dude,
Oh, you're
you literally only live once, right?
That is true. That is
or-
true, unless you're a Buddhist.
Well,
Unless you're a Buddhist
Well,
or unless
let's-
you're cloned.
Technically, Christians believe we live twice. Once here, once in eternity. Oh,
So,
man.
well,
They
you
must be
can. Well,
delivering a package.
what if you have an eternity of nothing but bacon and cheese?
Oh man, that would be my heaven. Do you guys hear Layla going off in the background?
That's fine.
She never knows to be quiet
What
during the
is
show.
Layla
It's like she
doing?
doesn't know what time it is. She has no idea what
I
time
don't know
it
what
is.
time it is.
Yeah. So,
It's 5 hours ahead where I am, so I know it's 9 o'clock where you are, but it's
Yeah.
like 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me.
3 for me.
I gotta
It's
share
three.
this
It's 3 for
Ge-
Mike Jimmy.
Geek Avenger has it. He's like Buddhist equals.
This crap again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
oh
know.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Let's
no.
get more taste in prog rock and get some Nirvana in you, and then you're
You
fine.
could come back as a monkey. Yeah. What happened? What did I do wrong? I don't know.
Oh man, I
just
hope. But
realized
whatever you
Luke and
do,
I have
That's
perfect
terrible.
opposite facial hair right now.
I think there's something regarding a disease going around right now.
Yeah, that's right.
I wasn't gonna say a word. I was gonna keep my mouth shut. I was like,
I over this.
This is the safest, most comfortable space. We do try to keep it under R-rated because it is, safe for work. But,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Safe-ish today.
Safe-ish.
say fish.
Yeah.
We have Rich.
Well,
we have me.
I'm gonna make sure that I don't use my terrible mouth. I'm gonna be a very good boy. I promise.
We
Good,
appreciate
good.
that.
Yeah.
Because,
All right. So, Nick, how's your week going?
Actually, wow, has it been a busy week. I've been doing a whole bunch of yard work stuff, setting up for the first practice in a year. So I've been like hanging out at Menards and acquiring truckloads of mulch and all this stuff, which doesn't sound exciting, but when you're not fighting, not going to be sword fighting on an uneven thing, it's a big deal. I've booked, I'll be doing some appearances. I'll be doing a whole pirate
Nice.
demo for a local library, which means I get to dress up as a pirate and terrify small children and wave a sword around.
Well, what would make that different from any other Tuesday?
You know what?
Oh,
It's funny that
how could you say such a horrible thing to Nick, Luke? That's terrible.
Oh no! He knows me too well. This is
It's not defamation if it's true.
yeah. I mean,
So you willfully terrify children all the time.
Dressed as a pirate.
I have been in certain groups alleged to be a cryptid. I am not actually.
Oh
cryptid.
my
I am an
God.
urban legend, however, I'm a certified urban legend. I'm rather proud of that. Because
I'm getting to know this group. Oh my! Well, I know Glenn and I know Mike, so hi.
Oh, okay. So,
You know,
so
but-
you come from quality and you're slumming it with us horrible colonials. We
Quality.
understand.
No, I said I actually feel like the guy who was in steerage, and right now I'm in first class, eating with all the rest of you high-profile people and stuff, to making it count. Before the ship sinks. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? It's just like that.
I'm sitting here on the deck with my kazoo, doing my best to keep up with the band. But
God.
I always feel like
My
Adam
goodness
Sandler in Wedding Singer when he's sitting
Why?
in first class. He's like, oh wow, is that Billy Idol? I'm like, oh wow, is that Glenn? Oh wow, is that Rich? Oh wow.
Oh God,
Oh, wow.
there's nothing praiseworthy about me. Trust me. No, there really isn't.
I love
there
my
must be or else
life.
you wouldn't be here. Because we only attract creatives and, blessed lunatics on occasion. That's how I slip through the door. But
Well, I'm glad you don't base it on looks, because I have a face that radio would dump.
that's my
So,
line.
you
I have
know.
a face for radio. Literally, you are among your people, sir.
I mean, you can do some things to make yourself look better
Luke,
if you
you
put
are
in a
giving
little
me.
effort. I'm just
Why
saying.
do I have strange feelings in my heart and in my loins looking at Luke
now we
right
have
now?
the cryptid and the
Who knows?
Golly.
I feel powerful.
You are powerful. Oh, well, there he is. Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
Where's
well.
Wonder Woman? Bring her back.
Yeah, right.
She's
Ah,
a little.
there she is.
Wonder
Oh,
she's got a
God,
bit of a
so
beard. You
beautiful.
see that?
Leading to
Hey, I
She's got
don't
the
mind a
beard.
little bit of peach fuzz. I like a
that-
little bit of grass on the field. Oh no, that means something entirely different.
Hold on. So busy right now, it's hard to even think. How about we go to the comments and see who's with us today?
Yeah,
That sounds like a great idea. We got Agent Zero in the house. Good morning, Agent Zero. Number one.
morning, Agent
the first
Zero.
First one to get here. We love Agent Zero very, very much, and we got ya boy Hojo is in the house. Good morning, Baconeers. Actually, what's interesting is in the membership there are tiers. Nick. All right, let's do a little Milker Girl on that one.
I'm not gonna say a word.
That's not a filter.
There's so many terrible things that I can say right now.
Filters, and we have to go a little more traditional.
Hey, just say it.
No.
Don't.
Nick's looking a little. Never mind.
That's what she said.
That's why I did it.
All right. Okay.
I can't. Oh my God, it's-
Anyway, yeah, but that's not a filter. Nick actually has horns just laying around just to throw on at his will.
that's
My
horrifying.
shows tend to get a little of that late 80s, early 90s cable access horror preview because, there's
All
no
right.
right for, it came from the Bleak Lagoon knockoff movie filmed in, 1949 or whatever,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we got Joe Bachman.
Hi, Joe.
Joe Bachman just popping in
Hello,
to say
Joe
hi before
Bachman.
going out to play
See
in
you,
traffic
Joe.
on the interstate.
In traffic on the interstate.
Wear something shiny.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I actually inherited a lovely coat
Hey, Joe.
from him.
Nice to see you there, Joe. We've got Now I'm Hungry, Facebook user.
Hi, hungry,
Hungry.
I'm Dad. Sorry.
welcome.
Sorry, that was on speed draw. I couldn't help it. You know.
Yeah. So we're going to try to get past the back and forth with people. I realize people don't really care about the back and forth just between each other. They care about the questions, don't they?
It
So-
depends. Now, if this were Nevermind the Furthermore, we'd have to talk about Brian K. Morris's esteemed editing abilities and read everything.
Right.
But-
I do want to say
Oh, look,
this.
yeah,
Scared.
Kirby,
Hojo.
pictures.
Yeah, words and pictures.
Oh,
Words and pictures.
Hojo.
Edited
yeah.
by Brian Morris.
Hojo's got some bad. He got some bad news. His aunt passed away.
Ah, that's terrible.
Man.
Yeah, glad she's not suffering more. Well, when we say our thoughts and prayers are with you, we actually mean that. We are praying for you and your family. Let us know if you just need to chat or whatever. We're here for you, and I think that goes for any one of us here on the panel.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry about I'm sorry about the passing of your aunt.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, dude.
we've got Lakim here. Oh snap! Rerun. Yeah, you gotta
Guess
love
what I
rerun.
saw?
Hey, as somebody who's vertically challenged or horizontally gifted, I do love, my fellow fat guys who can move. Sammo Hung, Rerun. You got to give some love for the chunky monkeys who are out there earning it every day.
Chunky monkey.
Yep.
Watch me forget to take off my
Hard to
filters.
return to the chunky monkey.
I'm gonna wind up having a board meeting with the church on Zoom and forget to take off the filters.
Could you imagine if you'd have gone on that Amber Heard thing with that, Luke? You've done a deposition.
Gotta testify.
I mean, what would they have said?
Yes.
I mean, what would they have said? Imagine if they'd have said, "What's that?" and that's how you look.
This is how I
Understand
look.
What I mean?
What do you mean? Well,
No, you're not listening. So what would they have said? if you
I
went
may
on with
fling my poo, but at least I don't put it in the bed.
Oh no! Wow!
I went there. Sorry. Good morning, Chris Flisk. I could go for some bacon right now. Yes.
Oh
And Agent
boy!
Zero
Everybody's
says
wanting
he.
everybody's dudes bacon. Man,
right?
I don't know about this.
Yeah,
If
but
this
as
is
far
like-
as the members go, you can become part of the Bacon Nation for like I think $2 a month. You can become a
Yes.
Baconeer with exclusive videos that only Baconeers get for $10 a month, and you can go all in and like get like exclusive like one-on-ones with anybody for $25 a month. Yep, so some great things. So you can definitely check out the memberships. That'll help us continue to make great content, and it all costs money. It all
Oh
costs.
God!
time.
Well, what is that again? No, I'm sorry. Forget it. I was thinking of something. I apologize for the brain fart. Forgive me. Sorry. About
B
that.
Rose is in the chat. Morning, Luke. Hail the panel. Hail the panel.
Hello.
Hail B Rose. Hail B Rose. It's too bad Mo Biggs is never up in the morning because he hates the hat. But the hat is, I wear it sometimes on other times, but it is always on unless I'm traveling on
Well,
Nerd
aren't you a
Bacon.
member of a hat group?
I am a member of a hat group.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, so that's why I gotta wear a jaunty cap.
I
Oh
usually
my
have
God!
a
It's
hat.
Mr. Hat.
It's Mr. Hat.
Mr.
If I wear a
Hat.
hat indoors without very good reason, I could feel my dad smacking me on the back of the head because
Yeah.
he was military.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it just started to change.
Agent Zero notices B Rose is up early. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. How in the
Bros.
world are you?
Oh, his name
Bros.
is Bros. I
It's
thought it
B
was
Rose.
Bros.
Black Rose. B Rose. We call him B Rose.
Black
Some people-
Rose. is
Some
up
people call him
early.
Bros.
How-
Some people call him
Bros.
Bros. Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah, he's
Call him
he's
Bros.
somewhat of an icon.
I am
Yeah.
referring
He is,
to
isn't
garden
he?
implements
Yeah.
in this, but you're saying bros before hoes.
We've got the Geek Avenger here today. That monkey filter is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it tracks so well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah, is
really.
It looks real. I mean,
Oh my
now
God!
I've noticed with the filters, I start to exaggerate my words because
Well, yeah, because you
it
get
just works.
It does. It's really good.
that filter
Yeah.
awful. No, Yeah,
If I just looked at that all day, I would just sit here and laugh like nonstop, like hours. Like I could sit here hours laughing at that thing.
What filter is it on, Luke?
Monkey.
Monkey.
I'm using a thing called Snapcam.
Alright.
Snapchat.
I was watching. So I tend to sit around and watch YouTube videos because regular TV sucks these days, and everything's too
does.
political. Everything's way
It's
too
over here.
political.
Yeah, it does over here too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had it with
Yeah.
politics.
And
I
so I
just
saw
want to
that.
see.
Yeah.
I watched
It-
90s era cartoons with my kid.
Done with all that crap.
Be
Done with
honest.
Oh
all
my!
that.
Why would you
Yeah.
corrupt your child like that? Oh my
you seen
God!
Oh,
What?
come on, like, that started with Batman the animated series, and he has
Sorry, that's the only that and X-Men maybe.
No,
I
no,
mean-
I'm talking like the DC animated universe. So you
Okay,
got Batman,
all right, that.
classic
Okay,
Superman.
okay.
No, see, I'm
All
a
right.
man of refinement. You know, I know my cartoons. You know,
Geek Avenger is winning the chat today. Geek Avenger is winning the chat today.
When your pretty little faces go, oh Jesus Christ!
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Luke. Sorry, I apologize.
He's the right guy to call out to. I'll tell you. That's how I feel.
Well,
about it. Oh, Lord, help me.
I'm using his name in vain, and I
You
don't
are, yeah.
want you to get offended. I do
I've been thinking
apologize.
about that. I have
I
a
mean,
whole theory that
you gotta
not
you gotta be
necessarily
careful.
just
I might get a little
explaining
upset.
his name.
I might get a little upset and go Super Saiyan. Trigger.
Ah!
Power has appeared.
You can do that for like 20 minutes or something.
People expect
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Now, there is the.
Oh my
I've been
God.
patient, but can you highlight that? I am geeking out about somebody else who understands the glory that is Journey to the West. Journey to the West is it's based in one of the best Chinese mythologies. It's where like Son Goku gets its whole jam. It really is just an amazing set of stories, and I'm so glad to see somebody reading that. In what version are you reading? Are you like actually reading the huge book that's like this thick, or one of the many manga based on it, or an abridged? Please respond, Geek Avenger, because you're hitting my bailiwick with
Bailiwick.
folklore. Yes, I have this thing called the vocabulary. It makes other Americans nervous.
I was
But
like,
I'm
what
okay
were
with
your
that.
words? Words
What are
hard.
word things? They are sound like not good word.
Why use many word when few word do trick?
See, I
All
need
right.
to get the monkey filter, but yeah. So tell me which version you're reading. This is delightful. A lot of our modern tropes originate actually in. The
Well, we're doing that.
West.
Well, we're waiting for that response. Why don't Mike tell us about your week? What's going on?
Well, I've had 3 very intense, horrible days in my side job. So I'm glad those are over because it's the start of my vacation today. So
Yay.
it's going to be next week off completely too. So I'm going to be able to do a ton of work when it comes to comics. And I need it for my mental health. Oh boy.
yeah, that's
Doing
important. That's important.
Doing good.
How about you, Glenn? How's your week going?
Pretty good. I've just launched issue 9. This is issue 1, but issue 9 of my magazine Comics Unlimited, which is on Amazon now. You can get it as an ebook as well. It's all about comics and all artwork and articles and interviews and all sorts of stuff. Issue 9 out right now. And I was just looking through some of these books I've published. I don't know if you've seen these things. Science fiction,
Let me get you there.
book about my dad's trip on D-Day, my
Jesus.
journey to Easter Island, and I've got this one, which I'm hoping to put out soon. The second book of my children's book, The Little Green Tree,
Nice.
good.
which is
That's
all
scary.
illustrated and written by me.
You know what, Glenn?
Yep.
You make me feel some kind of
Like
way.
dancing. I'm going to dance tonight. Make me feel like dance.
You make me you make me feel some kind of way because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write a book one day, and you've written how many now?
11, with at least 4 on the go.
I'm sorry, Glenn can no longer be with.
There's another one that you can get on Amazon, a science fiction encounter. Right, but it's not really. It says it's illustrated, but it's not. It's sort of just things like that. It's not.
Not fully illustrated.
No. And then that's all I've got. Then I've got this one on Amazon as well, Hatch Book 1. You can still get that one. You want to get
Hatch.
that?
Very cool.
And this week, let me show you this while we're on the big screen. I'm writing another Hatch story because I'm doing them all the time. And I finished this today, yesterday.
Gorgeous.
I don't know if you can see that.
Nice.
Ooh, that looks lovely.
Yeah,
Wow.
nice work.
And he's
It's
sitting
very,
there.
very psychedelic.
It's
Quite a
almost
bit
like
psychedelic.
Glenn knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I must say, I've impressed myself with the stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's beautiful, man.
Very, very nice.
And
Yes.
that's
I
what
like
Yeah,
I'm
that.
man, good job. Good list, job list, man. Congrats. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, looks
And,
awesome.
And also, just to finish off, doing some line work on the same strip today for Hatch.
There we are.
Some line
Nice.
Nice.
I love this characterization of this character. I love the character.
Yes.
Really good stuff, man.
Thank you. All hand
It,
lettered
it,
as
remi-
well.
it reminds me.
Crack.
It reminds me of those beautifully elaborate Christmas books. Trust me when I say this. It's like I remember reading Father Christmas a long time ago, and that type of illustration is the type that you do. It's not a ape of it, but it's a direct reminder of my childhood at that point, and I love that story. So Glenn, I love what you're doing, man. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing that.
Well,
No,
this
thank
one,
you. Thank
This
you.
one is coloured crayon. You know, a few years ago I did this now, and it's pen and ink and coloured crayon.
Cool.
Just that's all it is. Pencil, pencil, coloured. Yeah, pencil, not crayon, pencils, coloured pencils. You know.
Oh wow. Those are some
So it's-
big teeth.
Yeah, it's quite scary. It's quite a scary book actually because I'm a bit. I had my Roald Dahl head on when I wrote and drew this. He likes to scare the kids, doesn't he?
Yeah,
So I thought, why
my
not?
wife's a huge fan of Roll Down.
Yeah, as we were saying before, or we didn't say before, but we were alluding to, children are there to be scared.
Children aren't there to be scared. Yeah.
You know, it's not out of
Speaking,
their minds,
yeah.
but they've got to get a bit.
I mean, come on. I mean, they gotta.
Scary stories and scary movies allow children to practice being scared
Yeah,
so that they can deal with reality.
Ah,
There you go.
guys, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I have to take the turkey out. I have to take the turkey mince out for meatloaf tonight. I'll be right back.
All right,
Okay.
Good luck.
Cool.
yeah. I think it's this little tree book. I wrote this a while back, and I've got this is a 32 pager, and the second one has been waiting for months, and I just keep getting all these projects to do. Like, as I said before, I think that there's good in everything, and and one good thing for me that came out of COVID is meeting you people, because if I wouldn't have done this.
This.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known Mike and Nick and Luke and Rich and Randy and all these people. I wouldn't have gone anywhere near it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it either. I mean, honestly, because we were locked down, I had not gone on live streams at all. I had a crash course in live streaming. So I went on live streams and I listened to live streams, and that's how I met Nick. That's how I met, all of that.
Yeah.
All of the connections I have right now were because of the lockdowns. And
I
the
would
fact I
say-
have my own channel now is because of it.
Yeah, I would say that this will sound really sad, I've probably got more people who I consider my friends online than I do knocking on my door.
Oh, absolutely.
It is true, yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so
I'm nearly a shut-in. I'm not being facetious. It's just I stay home. I take care of my son. I live in a little tiny little squat town, where you can look out to see where rednecks are grown in the corn. Like, if you have a row of corn.
I'm from near where Nick is at originally, so I can vouch for him.
Yes,
We grow our rednecks there.
Yep.
well, as you know, I'm trying to fix up coming over to the States in August. I'm not sure it's going to happen because we've got this incredible. This is the downside of COVID. We've got this really overwhelmed passport office, and during COVID, mine and Helen's passports ran out, so we need new ones. And I've just been told, I've just seen online, it's at least 11 weeks.
Oh wow.
Wow.
11 weeks. and that's with a fast track.
Oh my.
11 weeks to get a passport, which I can't believe, but
That's crazy.
so I might not be able to
What?
make it because if I do come over, I can only come in August. So I can come later, but I'm trying to get for August.
So Nick, Geek Avenger says English translation
I
Julia
actually
level.
wrote that down. That is a great version.
I thought you were gonna say I actually wrote that. I'm like, what? No.
No,
I didn't get
wrote
it.
that. I wrote it down on my handy dandy little notepad.
So say, what are you now? Are you Brian K. Morris? Editing everything? I'm joking.
No, it'd be better. But
Ooh.
The word of the day is
Wow.
Ballywick.
Ballywick.
no,
What's a Ballywick?
if that is your jam, there is an amazing website called Overly Sarcastic Productions, where they've been doing a sort of partially animated, so almost an illustrated version of Journey to the West across a bunch of little films. It's really a lot of fun. They basically are doing a stop motion anime of Journey to the West. It's
Cool.
really, really good stuff. And they talk about tropes without revealing things I'm not allowed to talk about. Knowing your tropes will be very useful for something that's coming out that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
But
Atrocity Press says, what up? Welcome, Atrocity
Hello,
Press. It's great to have
Atrocity
you here
Press.
today. Geek Avenger says Luke was looking like the Monkey King. I was looking like the Monkey
right.
King. Glenn's work go to 11.
yes, they do. And yes, we get the Spinal Tap. Geek
I get it,
Avenger,
yeah.
you are definitely among your people here.
You are, yes.
Because
Yeah.
Rich was talking about wanting to dance earlier, and I just want to let you know that from the bottom of my heart, you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
No,
and if
no,
by chance
no.
your friends don't dance, they're no.
They're no friggin' friends of mine.
Oh my
Forget
God!
those
Are any
guys.
of you, are you, with
those
the
guys.
exception of Glenn and me, do any of you actually know when that song came out?
83.
I'm gonna look it up on Google.
Yeah, I'd have to Google it. It's in the 80s.
Our world
I
is
grew up
Google
with-
stupid now, right?
Yeah.
Our world is. I was actually having a conversation with someone. He was like, we were talking about kind of the state of the world. He's like, well, the world
83.
is Google stupid. 83?
Thank you, chat.
I totally guessed that.
I thought it was 82.
I predate it.
Thank you,
Barely.
83.
Wrong.
But
Yeah, I was like, it's got to be 83 because I distinctly remember at 3 years old when the charts came out. No, I'm joking.
Can I show you a photograph that you might be interested in?
Well,
Yes, always.
Yeah.
When I was when
Oh,
I went to,
are you like smoking weed with adamant or something like
no, I
that?
don't,
That's when he had hair. When he had hair at that point.
Yeah. In this book in Easter Island, I nearly photographed my death. See that?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
behind me there is the Pacific Ocean, 300 feet down.
Whoops.
What happened was I went to this place called O'Harvey Beach, and there's a little
Oh,
cave,
no.
right? And I went into this little cave. You have to really scramble to get in it. You can't just walk in it. You've got to get on your hands and knees. I took my camera in, set the tripod up, and thought a cool shot would be a photograph of me with the Pacific Ocean and this aperture of this cave behind me. So I set the tripod up, set the camera up, put the timer on. It's a 10-second timer. And as I moved into position, I started to slip backwards.
Oh no.
300 feet
Oh.
into the ocean, shark-infested water. And just as I just as I stopped moving and grabbed the ground, the shutter went off, and that's me. So that's not
Wow.
another foot, and I would have been over the edge.
Well, at least one thing to
And I
look
wouldn't be
look
here
forward
now.
to. The fall would have killed you, so you wouldn't have had to worry about the sharks eating you.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that being
the
painful.
shark-
It would have been a non-starter at that point.
Straight down. It wasn't. I wouldn't have hit anything. It's virtually.
Well,
Yeah, the impact of the water. That'd be
Yeah,
like
of course. Yeah.
at that range, like hitting concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
So,
not fun.
I'd have been at least stunned. If not
Phaser Co is here. I think it's Phaser Co or it's
Yes, sir.
Fazerco. So we play this fun game in my family. We do strange pronunciations of words all the time. Like we pronounce them incorrectly just for grins and giggles. Unfortunately, it's also made it to where I can't pronounce anything ever in the right way. So it's either Phaser Co or Fazerco,
Could be
or
Fazer.
Fazerco or Fazerco, however you want to put the emphasis on that.
I'd
But
say
hey,
that
guys,
was-
welcome. Welcome.
Zerk. Oh,
Zerko. Welcome.
and
And we've got Eric Hawkins here today. Ooh, burn. BKM is going to Nick. Yeah.
Let me show you this.
that's good.
Let me just show you this last one. There's one of those Moais. Look at that.
Oh,
Look how big
wow.
that motherfucker is there. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6'1", and he's got the same amount of body under the ground.
It had to be Glenn that dropped the MF, didn't it?
Sorry about that, everybody.
There goes the.
look at how you threw out too many Americans before.
Sorry.
No.
Emotional damage.
Oh, Lord help me. Ah. Oh, Lord help me. All right. We've got Frog G in the house today. Hail,
Don't think
Frog
the
G.
Lord's gonna
It is
help
so
you.
great to see you. Make sure to check out Frog G's book. It's in sign up right now. I'm telling you, Frog G. This thing's gonna blow up. This
Hey, I
thing
got
don't make.
some wallpaper.
This thing don't make 10 grand. I don't know what. I don't. I mean, everybody knows Frog G. Everybody loves Frog G.
Yeah.
He's got a great team working on this thing. I'm telling you, it's
I
gonna
don't
be
love
amazing.
him. I don't even know the guy.
It's gonna be absolutely amazing. You guys
He's
gotta
there.
check it out.
He's like, well, maybe I don't want to. Maybe I'm unemotionally available right now for love.
I'm unemotionally available.
Unemotionally available for love. Something
Yes, that could be. I could have had my heart broken.
But when you say
recently.
emotionally unavailable, when
Yes,
you say
because I will not open my heart up to anybody new right now.
or
I wanna
unemotionally available,
wait. I feel like
I'm
waiting.
available just unemotionally.
My soul is corrupted.
Here's to the women in our lives. I mean, what? No.
You guys all think I'm a hero, and I'll accept that responsibility.
Rich brother is
Not Danny DeVito. Not him. Not
We
him.
love Danny. We love Danny
Not
DeVito.
him.
Great. What's he ever done to you, Rich? He's great, Danny DeVito.
He's
I
better.
don't know if they wanted money or they wanted something more sexual.
Oh my God, help me with this.
Like for real, I wish I could throw the
Lovely.
filter over on Rich when he was having it, because I mean he went Super
Ah,
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I can't my friends in the real world. On one hand, I wish I had picked a mainstream comic during COVID. Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah,
yay. Your boy Hojo.
be 6 issues in now instead of just now working on issue 1. Love this
Oh,
community. It's a great
my
community.
God, help me! I gotta shut up. I have to stop thinking terrible thoughts right now.
No, you
Things
just
just
have
as
to edit how
1983.
you deliver them.
Yeah.
We encourage terrible thoughts. We just want
Absolutely.
to maintain the language, unless you're Glenn, because you know I blame Bond.
Look at this.
Well, I'm English. I rule the world. I can do what I want.
I'm Dutch. We had him before.
Well, you know,
Oh yeah, but we were bigger than you because we took it off you.
we sold it to you guys.
Yeah, but then Americans took it back.
Americans took it back.
Took that shit back.
Yeah,
That's right.
remember y'all came into our yard and we kicked you out.
Pond
So.
again.
Don't forget
Yeah, that's
that
right.
England took New Amsterdam off this guy with the red hair and called it New York. And when you guys got it,
sold
you
it.
didn't even think to change the name.
No, we
Why?
sold it.
It was fine as it
Well, we
was.
got to change the name to something else. I like New York. New York's
You
all right.
usually-
It's good.
You usually do,
Um,
don't you?
um,
Americans do, don't they? Always change
How would
everything.
they know where to get the second best pizza?
We just
Italy.
yeah right.
Chicago is where you get the second best pizza.
Oh, I love that argument. Man, that
Well,
argument's
Listen,
great.
listen. The
Wait a
irony
minute,
is-
Nick. Are you from Chicago? Is that where you're from?
Close enough. Close enough.
Where close enough? Like where? Montana? Like where do you live that you're so close to Chicago?
Chicago. Or
Really?
yeah, it's like
About-
where are you
I
from?
drove by there once or
I'm-
twice.
I'm from Quebec, so it's close enough.
Oh my God, you poor man.
The irony here is that I'm way back 1,000 years Dutch, like Mike.
Wait, I've got a request.
I don't know where he comes from, but that's where I come from. That's as far back as I've got. 1066, Battle of Hastings. I came over. Well, when I say me, my great granddad came over with William the Conqueror, who didn't come over, and because he didn't fancy the fight, and we kicked the Brits' asses. Well, before they were Brits, whatever they were called before that, you know.
Yeah, the Saxons.
We got a request, so you know, We
What's the
always
request?
we always take requests.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring.
We do take
Please.
requests here.
Please, Luke, please, at some point, do an homage to Danny DeVito in the background, watching Trash Man, just beating somebody with a dumpster and saying, I could do it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. mhm.
No, that's okay. You can have Danny DeVito. Over here in the UK, we have Matt Berry, and he's a lot funnier than Dan DeVito.
Yeah, yeah.
So there you go.
I don't know. Danny DeVito's a national treasure to us.
Yeah,
That's
he's also
Canadian
short.
bacon and pineapple. Canadian bacon and pineapple.
Where is
No,
that?
Canadian
Wait,
bacon.
wait.
That's hot ham. That's not bacon. That's hot ham.
What about Canadian bacon and pineapple? That's a Jeopardy answer. It's like, what two toppings could you never, ever in your entire human existence ever put on pizza?
Dude, they are in my fridge right now because I had Hawaiian.
You are not American, sir. You are not American, and you know what? You're not Italian, so I can see
I'm not
how.
Italian.
That's. I feel bad for you that you're not Italian. I feel terrible for you.
Come on, Rich. Give us the Italian hand.
I have the blood in my body that I'm all Italiano. You little green hornet trying to eat the pizza. Is it the frozen pizza from like the supermarket or something? No, you're going to have to put the bacon and the
But
pineapple. Let me guess. You put the little fresh little tiny little tomatoes that you grow in the Napa Valley or something. No, that's not how you do it.
So I do have to. Okay.
You
Speaking
are
of pizza,
waving way too many fingers, and I applaud you for your civility at the end of that.
have you ever tried St. Louis pizza?
No.
Okay. Don't. Okay.
Good. I won't ever.
Here's when I realized that Rachel Ray had no idea about food. Okay.
Wait a minute. She actually made pizza?
No. So Rachel Ray had a show back in the day, right?
I
And
remember.
She went around to these places on Food Network, right? She went to this place in St. Louis that made St. Louis style pizza. And she said it was some of the best pizza that she ever had, right? So we're on vacation in St. Louis. We go to the one and very shop that Rachel Ray went to. They had her picture on the wall. They talked about it. They bragged about it. We ordered the pizza that Rachel Ray had. They bring us this pizza. It was garbage. It was a cracker with ketchup and cheese on it. American cheese. Not even like regular like Italian cheese. It was
That
like
can't be that
slices of
bad.
American cheese.
Come on.
No, I'm
There
telling
is
you.
no possible
I kid you
way.
not. I kid you not. It
Really?
was
And they
that
actually
bad.
called themselves a pizza place? That
They
makes
did.
zero
They did.
sense.
It was terrible. It was
Pizza
the worst
is-
thing I ever had in my life. But
God.
but guess what? But guess what?
What?
Now she's making dog food, and it makes total sense. I'm just saying. If she was that far off on human food, the only thing she's suitable to cook is got to be dog food, right?
It's
And I've
dog
actually
food.
heard some dogs won't even eat it.
I won't eat it.
Made it.
And I'm a dog. I would never eat that stuff. That's disgusting.
So who lets
Frog G
Dare
says,
she?
"What is the best pizza topping, and why is it pepperoni?"
No.
I like that. Frog G's got it. Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. Pepperoni pizza all day long.
Pepperoni's good.
I like
It's
pepperoni
good.
with
It's
a-
a very good topping. It's
with
one
a
of the more
dash of
popular
bacon.
ones, of course, but
I
still.
do.
But
I
it's
do
less-
like a dash of bacon on my pizza. I make my
Bacon's
own pizza
okay.
from scratch. Pineapple doesn't go on it ever.
No, see,
Very true.
you have to understand. There's like proper. Hear this, Geek Avenger. Wrong. Canadian bacon and pineapple is a natural manifestation of American capitalism. Therefore, anybody who decries it is a
That's funny. I gotta.
call them commies. Welcome to America.
Geek Avenger's winning the chat today. Come on, chat, step it up. You cannot let Geek Avenger win so handsomely in the chat today. We've got Jody McPhee here. Morning, all. Good morning, Jody. It's good to have you here. Eric Hawkins says, "Hey, now hold on.
It's a whole different universe. I
The-
wouldn't downplay it. I grew up in a town where they had ex-convicts make the pizza for you in this little place.
So yeah, apparently Eric
I
Hawkins.
would rather have an ex-convict make me pizza than anybody from St. Louis, okay?
Oh yeah, I
Hey
would
yo,
agree on
hey
that.
yo.
St. St. Louis is a flyover place.
You know, with all of
Imo's
this,
Pizza. Oh wait, is it
with
what
all of this
Imo's Pizza?
attacking-
Now I gotta look this up. No.
I'm saying-
It's justified. It is justified.
but with all of this attacking of St. Louis people, we're gonna have to really be careful because
actions have consequences. When you oppress people, they rise up in a fiery anger.
Is St.
We're
Louis in
talking the
Missouri?
big controversies here. What goes on a pizza? I don't care. I'm a fat guy. It goes in me. I'm not worried about what goes on it. It's where it goes.
Okay.
you know I'm thinking about getting a job as a pizza delivery guy.
Why?
I am the one who knocks.
You walked right into it. I watched it like a train wreck.
Oh my god! You know, I
We need a
decided to
mic
look
drop
up this
emoji.
this Imo's Pizza or Imo or what is it? Imo's or Imos or whatever.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy to pronounce that for you.
Well, you're the one who actually went to St. Louis, so I'm thinking you
Yeah.
probably passed one of them. Because you know, there's like I'm looking at the Wikipedia, and it's like there's 99 of them, not 100, 99, because quite frankly they're not good enough for 100. And the owners are, what is it? Eddie and Margie. That's their names.
Eddie
Eddie
and
and Margie Imo or Imo or something.
Well, that
Yeah,
sounds
it's like-
that sounds Greek actually.
yeah.
Emos? If it's Greek, it's
it-
Emos.
It's Emos plural.
Emos.
I figure,
Or
to
emo.
be fair, I haven't had it. Folks,
Yeah.
if you're in the region, try it. And then if it stinks, tell us. If it's if you like it, because I know one guy who swore by a pizza that was down in the middle of Indiana. We drove 2 hours and it literally was like a cracker with ketchup.
Oh no.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
this
here's the
is
thing.
not-
If you're Rachel Ray, you can tell us all of the places you want to go. I won't go to any of those because I don't trust you anymore.
See,
Pedro
I don't
Ang is in the
trust
house.
you.
Hail the bacon.
Hey Pedro, you know who I don't trust anymore? Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Because Guy Fieri, Fieri, not Fieri. He thinks he's Italian. This guy, he goes all over the place. He's like, yeah, we're rolling out. We're gonna try every single restaurant in the United States, and we're gonna eat all their food. And he did. And it's
Yeah,
like, ooh,
Diners,
Flavor
Drive-Ins, and Dives, love
Town,
it.
blah blah blah.
Flavor
Yes,
Town,
I
yeah,
know. It was great for like a seat of like about 5 shows, but then it came a little. It's like, how many thousand pizza places are you gonna say that's the best pizza you've ever had in your life? No.
Guy Fieri. See?
No. Oh, no.
Be careful, the highlights will spread. Luke, it's contagious.
Luke, you look like the last member, the last auditioner for ZZ
What
Top
just-
before he got
What just
dumped.
happened?
You've been Ferrarified.
The best pizza I
Yeah,
ever
good.
had was cooked in my kitchen by my wife.
I believe it.
God,
Oh,
now
no.
it's stuck and won't come off.
My wife does homemade
That's what she said. That's what
sourdough.
she said.
You're
And
very,
it's
you're very faint,
amazing for a
Mick. You're very faint.
Yes, you are very faint.
My wife could not cook to save her life. She is a terrible cook. She follows recipes and they still come out like crap.
Lunchable's more of a pizza than St. Louis.
Yes, thank you.
Rachel Ray.
I get yes.
Zing. Yes, that was definitely a zinger.
God.
Hot takes today here on Nerd Bacon. Absolutely. Eric Hawkins
love
says,
to bring the
okay,
spice.
you didn't go to Emo's. Emo's has provolone cheese instead of mozzarella. But yes, it's on
Wait,
a thin
what?
cracker crust. Okay,
Ugh.
so it might have been provolone, but it was pretty, whatever it was gross. It was
I
gross.
do like a provolone sometimes on a pizza. That can make a good pizza.
Yes, it was pretty bad.
If it
Kind of cheese,
it could, well, yeah, it's sharper than Mutz. It's a lot
Yeah.
sharper than what's so it has that thing to it.
So, you know,
If you're
we're
gonna
talking a lot
if you're
about
gonna
pizza.
have that, you need if you're gonna have that, you should have like a stronger sauce.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago, I talked about this thing. So,
Butt lifting.
yeah, I talked about this. Yeah, it's this
Oh,
underwear.
I have one word for that. Squats.
Well, you know, some of us,
We're Americans. We want to buy it.
some of
We
us don't have that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Some of you guys are just like little girly men that you can't lift weights or anything like that. It's not my fault that you're a bunch of wussies.
I don't have to lift weights.
Or
I
some
carry
people,
washing
some people
machine.
are just born without a butt. Okay, like they just don't have the genetics for it, or you know,
That's why you do
maybe,
the squats.
or
Why are
maybe,
guys-
or maybe they almost died and are barely learning to walk. So,
There's
Oh
going
my
to be some
God.
disappointment when they get down to it, isn't there?
so,
Little
but anyway,
bit.
so we talked about this and we decided, I decided that I wanted to
Just
see what this
stuff in your
product looked like in
sock.
real life.
You
Okay.
decided. Don't put that evil on me.
Yeah, I didn't
was a part of
decide any
this.
of this.
Nick was in the
talking
room.
about pizza. Now
I
I was
there
talking about
too.
Nick and I were talking about pizza, and all of a sudden you put ass up there.
Nick was in the room.
I'm like,
Nick was in the room. Rich, you get
The
a
only-
pass because you weren't here. But
that's
guess
right,
what?
I wasn't. And the only thing that advert that you just showed us with the ass is probably like what pizza tastes like at St. Louis. So it's a nice segue.
Nice. Yeah. So, anyway, so I ordered a pair of these things to see what they
way.
look like in real life for the show. But okay, so as funny as this is, right? Wait for
Oh,
it.
you gotta
wait
put
for
them
it.
on.
Wait for it. No, I'm not going to put them on this right now. Are you kidding me?
You
It's
put
not
them
that
on,
kind of-
and
it's not
I'll
that
stand
kind of
up
show.
with my ass in the underwear and all that stuff.
Okay, look at that.
Oh yeah.
You put those
That's too
on.
small for me.
You put those on. Your twig and berries will enter the room before you do, like 5 minutes before.
Dude,
Look
it's
at that.
That's
a
too-
cup.
That's
You
that's
know,
not
I
enough
mean-
for me. I need more air than that.
I know.
I definitely
So,
need more
yeah,
air
but
than that. I'm
it's
a criminal when
it's
it
like
comes
bra
to it.
pads in the butt. Look at that. It's like a bra pad in there. It's like a padded bra. It's about time. We're talking about equal representation. You know,
Oh, no,
check
no.
this cod piece out. Look at all that.
What are they advertising?
Let's just go. Where does it go? I don't understand.
God,
I don't understand how that's supposed to work.
Wow, Lynn.
But yeah.
That's
so
horrifying.
so I ordered
Go
it.
back and
I will
screenshot
I will try them on and I'll put a pair of pants on, but we'll take a picture to see how silly it looks.
oh my God.
Just because
Same
it's
butt time, same.
but that's
butt
what we
count.
do. That's what we do here. We have fun.
Do they make
Yeah.
a bigger cod piece? Because that one just wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's
A
totally
bigger one, yeah.
That wouldn't work for me
Just
at all.
yeah. I was
No,
like,
that
man,
wouldn't
I
work
wish
for me in the
I wish
slightest.
it was that big.
Don't-
Pizza
Man,
in
I
Latin
don't want to
is
know.
picture of women and starving children around it. Yeah.
You know what? Somebody needs to send a pizza drone to Pedro Ang. You know?
Send him some pizza, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you what.
Why?
That is the saddest comment I've ever seen. Pizza in Latin America. This picture of
Wow.
women and starving children around it. That just,
That's
you
messed
know
up.
what? At least, you know, I mean, if it's a picture of St. Louis pizza, then they're actually, I'd rather eat the picture.
There's a difference.
Over 160 signups and counting. Looks like launch in October. Based on
Nice.
page production rates. Awesome. Frog G killing it, and it's emos. Emos. E with the E
excuse
me.
long E sound.
Emos.
The Mrs. Squeaky makes keto pizza. Crust is made of mozzarella and almond flour. Ooh, for your little carbs.
Ooh, that's actually really good.
You
That's
know,
actually really good. Or cauliflower.
I like cauliflower
Or the-
crust, cauliflower crackers. I'm
Cauliflower
kind of a
crust is really good, to be honest with you. If I was going to be honest, it's actually pretty damn good. Okay.
Wow.
Hey,
wow.
no, I gotta tell you.
I've never heard they might do a collaboration.
Sponsor, yeah, I think that's a marriage that needs to
They're
happen.
going to design.
Hey yo, pun intended. So here's the deal. No, let me get back to that. So here's the deal. I went to, I think it was one of those themed restaurants, either the Rock and Roll or Hollywood or whatever it was. But I went to one of those because they had Guy Fieri burgers, right? And I'm like, oh, well, this guy's Flavortown. They must be delicious, right? So I went and overpaid for one of these Guy Fieri burgers, and they were terrible, right?
Of course they were.
Now I do love chicken, all right? And so now there's the Chicken Guy restaurants, right? And so we saw Chicken Guy, and I was like, man, the pictures I saw, they look delicious. But I've been through this before, but maybe I should try it out, you know? But anyway, we did try it out, and it turns out the food, it's amazing. The food's amazing. But he's not the only partner. There's another guy who actually had the chicken recipe. And Guy's like the face of the company, I guess. So I don't know how much involvement he actually had in coming up with the recipes, but the chicken's good. Like, it's really, really good, and the sauces are amazing. So yeah.
Nicely done.
I could go for a good chicken sandwich. Although I've been eating
Yeah.
a lot of, we've been doing pork roasts because we got pork loin cheap.
Okay.
So I've been
Don't
eating
make me hungry.
Hungry.
Jody tries not to diss pizza places. We lean right into that here on Nerd Bacon. We don't really care. But he says, yeah, a California pizza.
Now, see,
style
my
pizza.
favorite pizza is free. You know, that's my universal as a
Cheers.
fat guy.
I get ownership from Long Island for an old army buddy.
That's actually a thing. When I lived in North Carolina, there was this place called J&S Pizzeria in Apex, right across from Raleigh, and it was owned by Josephine and Salvatore. You know, that they were like Ginzos from Brooklyn. I can say it. I'm Italian. So, no joke. This guy would take his big ass truck, huge truck, and he had maybe about 100 of those office cooler water bottles. He would drive up to New York to his relative's house, and he would fill each one of those with New York tap water, and then bring them back and use them to make the pizza.
Oh
That's
my God.
not a lie.
Wow.
But his pizza, I swear to goodness, even the decor looks like an old Brooklyn pizza place. It tastes like Brooklyn pizza. I was like, Jesus goodness.
Eric
this
has
is
invited
really
me back to
good
St.
pizza.
Louis. Now, I will tell you, I have had some. That place did have
That's
toasted ravioli.
dedication.
Toasted ravioli was delicious. I'm in love with it to this day. But you're on. The next time I'm in St. Louis, I'll make a point to go there, and we'll have some pizza together. And if it's not any good, I
We'll kill 'em.
I will stream about it. I swear.
Well, if you're gonna
Kill
eat, you eat
You have been warned.
Next
I'm
time,
sorry.
next time that you're any of you are near me, I'll make you one of my chicken curries, Indian curry.
Oh man, I love
And
curry.
it's based on a recipe a guy gave me in Delhi in India when I was out there. But only based on it. I've added to it and left things out.
Glenn,
it's basically
careful.
my
I'm
recipe.
only 4 hours away from you.
You come anytime you want, and we have it every week. And I say to myself, it's superb. It's probably the
Like
only thing I
it
can do, but
Mike, Jimmy, you need to go see Glenn, right? And then sit down and draw with him for a couple hours and take a bunch of pictures and
Yes.
talk with him. And then years later, release a book. Glenn Fleming, Pictures and Words.
My time with Glenn.
My time with Glenn, yeah.
yeah.
And then
Yes.
get Brian K. Morris.
Yeah, Brian will edit that for you.
Brian's only a year younger than me. I don't think he'll be here when Mike's doing that.
You know, I gotta be honest though.
I'm planning to throw Brian in the
Brian's
trial.
Brian's a good editor.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't we know it?
Yeah, you know
He
better than
certainly
anybody.
Don't let us forget. But gosh darn it, I love him. And
Jody McPhee, all he has to the underwear are a lot of questions. I did too. That's why I ordered a pair. And Geek Avenger wonders, does it prevent plumber's butt?
no, it enhances.
I don't know.
Impressive.
Maybe it will help the
Yeah.
pants stay up. You know, if you're not genetically blessed with a backside. You know, if you're too white cis male like me.
Hashtag white guy problems.
White guy problems. First world problems. Geek Avenger, LOL. Extra cheeks, yes, it does have extra cheeks. It is.
I'm
And
cheeky
comment
enough
down.
as is. Just ask any Brit who knows me. But
I don't know about butt cleavage. We'll find out. You know, I mean, because
but another quarter of the coin slot.
my wife is like, "Are you gonna
Oh,
try them
my-
on?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna try them on." And then she's like, "Come on, try them on."
I'm
She goes,
good.
"She's been trying to get me to try them on all week, right?" And I'm like, she goes, "I just want to see what they look like." And I'm like, "Silly." I said, "I'll try. I'll try them on after Nerd Bacon." I said, "I got them for Nerd Bacon."
You
That's
got
what
it,
we're here
Luke
for.
Brown. Luke.
So how come you haven't tried them on yet?
Because Nerd Bacon's not over.
Well, you're gonna try them on after Nerd Bacon is over?
Yeah, I'm gonna try them on out.
Why is it
Well, that's
For her.
lame. If you just said you got them for Nerd Bacon, and you're like, I'll just wait till it's over.
Yeah, I just wanted to show them.
Why?
I didn't want to wear them on Nerd Bacon. Rich,
What
I
kind
don't
of
know.
host are you?
Okay,
I would have
folks,
warned
you know
them.
what? Let's do it right. If we how many subscribers do we have, Luke?
How many subscribers? We've got.
4.
We've got. Let me
Just-
check real quick. I've
It's
got.
just us screaming to the void and a bunch of really eloquent bots.
Yes.
Probably 1,000 times more than I do, whatever the hell I am doing right now. So
We have 1,286 subscribers.
God bless. Good for you.
All right.
So if we
Good for
can
you.
get to 1,500, we'll make Luke model, those
How many?
1,500.
1,500.
That's not asking a lot. Spread the word,
No, it's not.
and Luke can do his little turn on the catwalk.
Yeah.
On
Can
the
I
catwalk.
can I tell you that
On the catwalk.
I just looked. This episode of Nerd Bacon has already had its monetization limited due to listen to this. Listen to this.
What?
Due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. I don't know
What
what
was
we
not
said.
suitable?
I don't know.
Oh, we did that.
Maybe it's that Easter Island head. I don't know.
And then
Maybe
put
it's the butt.
Junk enhancer on your face.
Maybe it's the fact that we are like flat out insulting actual people who have money to pay for advertising. I don't know. Whatever it is,
I haven't had any
it is what it is.
Ferrari's food, so I can't judge him.
Do they have red ones so you can have a monkey butt? They do have it in red. It does come in red. Comes in black, red, white, and blue. I
Guaranteed
think.
to make you 1% faster.
I'm not
For the guy,
for the guy that brings nothing. Yeah, I can't wear that cup. It's
Why?
small.
Just why? You aren't Consumer Reports. Why are you grading these things? Because, well, okay. So on Nerd Bacon, we do talk about nerd things. We talk about pop culture things when there's something worthy of talking about. We don't want to talk about the Amber Heard thing and the Johnny Depp thing because, I mean, it's just, you know,
It's crappy.
It-
It's crappy.
everybody's talking about it. We want to talk about other things that are fun. And so we're all here. We're all creative professionals that do nerd stuff. Like we make nerd content, right? So this is what we talk about when you guys aren't watching. We don't just sit around and talk about comics and art and stuff all the time. We actually talk about like butt pad underwear. Like that's the kind of stuff that we talk about. You know, this silly stuff. Pedro wins the internet with the Guy Fieri comment. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. That was pretty good. So now it's between Geek Avenger and Pedro Ang. Pedro was a great guest, by the way. His episode of Nerd Bacon went off the charts, man. People just came back and rewatched that. It gave me the most watch hours of anything. I mean, that video helped monetize his channel. You know, so
Nicely done.
so
And
that's
I
great.
helped demonetize it.
And you helped demonetize it.
Well, I mean,
It probably was the MS.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
But
Which
you're
reminder,
worth
make sure to hit those
everything you
super
don't
chats and super likes and
Yeah.
and super saiyans and all that crap and all that.
Yeah, well,
All that super
obviously
baloney
the
that happens.
advertisers aren't supporting Luke when he's in this mood. But
They
if
don't,
this is
yeah.
the content you want to see, put your money where his mouth is. And,
Wait a second. Wait a second.
That's what she said.
this is what you call quality late week entertainment. Our job is you could even, wow, I hummalummed so hard the hummalumma clip wouldn't run. That's right, I'm here for that.
Right, it happens. All right, yeah. Pedro.
And Frog G is
There you go.
plugging Pedro's Tropical Magic, which
Yeah,
is
Frog
an
G's
incredible
killing it today.
comic. He does great animation. I want to see more independent animation coming out of the independent comics.
yes.
Because that's something that needs to happen.
Yeah.
I'll get
Yes.
right up on my soapbox. So many people were brought into comics by the cartoons they watched as a kid. If you want to pull in the next generation to accepting the quality independent as an alternative to the mainstream BS, you have to be able to keep up with the quality animation. I'm sorry, that's just the next product.
Yep.
If a movement of enhanced creativity despite corporate BS is to succeed, it will require the greatness of our creators to rise up and make the best animation, the best games, the best comics, because you gotta have a root to your IP, and just spread cross market. I don't want to see independent creators wearing Marvel hats. Marvel's not paying you.
I'm wearing my
You're
own thing.
paying you.
Hey, I still like my Batman shirt. Sometimes, I mean, Batman's cool.
I'm going to get some Hatch t-shirts made up, I think, and sweatshirts, and you can wear those and go to your conventions and wear them.
You know what I heard? I heard when you were proselytizing as much as you were, sir, Nick.
I do that. It happens.
I heard the Captain America theme.
Yes.
Deep in my heart.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Mike Jimmy doing a good job with animation. Peter Ang, animation. I know Xevious is doing animation. Those are the three people I know that are doing animation. I don't know a lot of other people
Well, our
that are out there
boy
doing it.
Frog Genius dropped. Absolutely.
There we go.
And we're demonetized.
Yep, that'll do it. That's the copyright strike. You got it. That's my copyright strike. That's my copyright strike. I got it. You gotta. Can't have it. It's my copyright strike. I can't have it. Dude. Yeah. So in playback, when you watch that, there's gonna be this big muted section.
Yes.
Right there in the middle. We can't hear you. What's going on?
I turned it off.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be this big muted section right in the middle.
Listening animations, you say? Sign up for Shadowpunk, Chaos.
Oh yeah, Shadowpunk does it. Yeah. Hojo says I take my pizza and beer making pretty seriously. Let me tell you a story. There was a pastor, a guy that moved into a new neighborhood, and he noticed that like there was his parsonage and church were all like right there, in this neighborhood. Tons of guys, tons of people his age, and they didn't have none of those people went to the church on Sunday, right? So he was trying to figure out like what can I do to connect these people. But he noticed these guys would hang out in each other's, like they would help each other in the neighborhood, and they would come around and they were real friendly. He was friends with them, but they weren't coming to church because he just wasn't able to build a connection with them. So he had this idea. He started brewing his own beer, right? So he brewed his own beer, and every week he would, when he had a new batch, he would open up the garage, and all the guys would just come over and sample it, and he would just sit there and they'd talk, and little by little, those guys got to know him, and they just started coming to church, and he wound up like taking this little struggling church and growing it because of homebrew, of all things. So
it worked for the Catholics for a few thousand years. I mean,
it did.
Yeah.
It really did. Eric says we can live stream us eating the St. Louis pizza. Luke does St. Louis. I think that's got to happen. It's like Debbie does Dallas, but with a middle-aged guy in pizza.
That's gonna be sloppy.
Yeah,
That got Rich's
Wow.
attention.
No, that's not it.
We're supposed to be Nina's safe space. We are supposed to be Nina's safe space, and we have failed that.
I think when it comes to this idea, Eric, I think Shia LaBeouf has something to say.
Do it!
Do it now.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper!
Oh wait.
All right, I'm doing it.
All right.
Get to the chopper!
Glenn Fleming, Colors and Curry. That would be great.
There
Yeah.
you go, Mike. Oh,
That would be great, yeah.
We stepped away for the best title.
It's a winner. It's a winner.
Best seller.
It might be if you spelled my name right.
Right. Tell the algorithm, smash the like, dingle the bells.
It's just as easy to get it right. All you've got to do is pay attention.
Agent Zero says, I'm numero uno bot of sophistication. I agree. Yeah, we've got some great bots here.
Well, see, our bots actually are mechanized. They're just transformers, Right, said Fred. Yes, this happened.
Rachel Ray was watching.
Yeah, Rachel Ray was watching. That's why we got limited.
Isn't she like 4 feet tall or something? I mean, she's supposed to be really tiny.
I don't know. I hear she's a wonderful person, and I don't doubt that at all. That she's
But
a
she's
wonderful
short,
person.
so that makes her less human.
What is with
Gosh, man.
and why do you want your
Wait a second. Rich, how tall are
What? I didn't hear. How tall am I?
you? Yeah.
I am none of your business height.
That
That's
means
what
that. Okay, I'm 6 foot
probably
4.
the
Or something.
Oh, good gravy. No, I am the midget here. I am 5'8". Yeah, I am 5'9" if I wear my
Heels.
combat boots of death, but I'm 5'8" actually. And I'm the mutant of my family, so I am worth less
I'm
than...
5'7", 5'8" on my long legs, so because
Yeah.
I walk.
Well, which one's your long leg there, Nick? Woo!
That depends on the weather.
That's what she said.
But yeah,
His
we're
next
having,
day,
we're having a day, folks, and I'm
yeah, Nick's high school nickname was Kickstand, or camera tripod, or TP.
All right, so Geek Avenger says I'd vote for Pedro. So right now the votes are going for Pedro winning the chat today. I don't even know what we're going to give him. Oh, William Pace says comment. William, welcome, William. William just comments. Yeah, and we've got
comments, right?
Jody says no one is talking about doing a sexy Captain Underpants cosplay with all the natural enhancements. Just saying.
I do a sexy Captain Underpants every night. That's so yummy and sexy. It's like St. Louis pizza. You just can't get enough of it, you know?
You put it in your mouth, you spit it right back out. It's crazy.
Oh, I was not going that direction. I was not going to go that direction, you naughty man, Luke. You naughty boy.
Well, I really like shortbread.
He sounds like Jimmy Stewart, doesn't he? Oh,
Yeah.
what a lie.
Yeah, he does, yes. I love that stuff.
I guess the new Batman wears butt enhancements, says Geek Avenger. Speaking of Batman, have you guys heard about this? This bi-curious scene that they've put in the Batman comic book?
Oh, boy.
As far as what? Which
Oh,
what?
well,
For who?
a guy leans in and, is talking to Bruce about, it's like, I think you're special. And it's very kind of like,
Really?
you could tell they're throwing a lot of sexual tension on there, and
Who's the illustrator on that?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Well, there's an illustrator who he draws.
Thank you, Agent Zero.
He draws. Oh God, he draws
Gotta get that
the new
super chat.
Superman, the one who's bisexual, and
Thank you, Agent Zero.
yeah, he's a master of drawing stuff like that, where it's like, it's very very has a sexual content or something like that. with it.
It's not like they're just standing there talking. But it's
Yeah,
very
but there's a way of
it's very
drawing two
intimate.
guys talking, and it-
it's very
there's a way
it's
of
like
drawing
that.
two guys talking.
It's like that. And as an artist, we know what you're trying to do. Like there's that you're trying to create that scene, that tension in the art, like what you would do in a movie scene or a TV show where you're trying to put that. And they very much do that there. And so it's kind of
It's a.
so
I think this is part of why we have to retire legacy characters.
well,
Because if people keep wanting to tell different stories and it doesn't fit the existing character, they rewrite the character instead of just writing a quality new character that
should-
can express that.
They should retire some of the writers, I think, not the character.
there you go, bingo.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Well,
Hey, yo.
in
Johnny
the
Cage is
outside
here.
world,
Welcome, Johnny
Hey,
Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Johnny says, "What am I voting at?" Well, we're voting for who wins the chat today. So far, the vote is between
Pedro,
Pedro and Venger.
Avenger, Geek Avenger.
Avenger.
Geek Avengers was the new guy was throwing some pretty great
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
No,
Good stuff.
I have a problem when
Hashtag
they
Von
try to
Mithers.
a timeline going in a comic, and it gets to the point where they have to break their own continuity to justify resetting to keep this like. I love Superman, I love Batman, I love Wonder Woman for what they represent, their history and stuff. But
Well,
Bruce, to me, the best Bruce Wayne out there is the Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond, who's aged and he's become Batman so hard he doesn't have to be the Batman anymore. He's transcended.
here's my thought on this, and I'm somewhat of an expert because I think I am. So you should pay attention.
You're on the internet. You must be.
I'm on the internet. I must know what I'm talking about, right? I don't know how to. Obviously, I know how to use Amazon and sign up with an email address, so I'm an expert. So anyway, my thought on this, and maybe I'll just go Hulk for this. The problem that I see with this is they're playing everybody. Okay, they are wanting the fanboys to Hulk out. Okay, and they're wanting the alphabets to be happy, right? But what's going to happen is they're not going to deliver on either one. Okay?
Right.
They're going to allude to it, and then they're going to back away from it. It's going to be nothing. It's like the homosexual representation in Beauty and the Beast live action. Where was it? It wasn't really there. It was kind of there, but it really wasn't there. It wasn't, what they tried to make a big deal about, to make one side very, very happy and another side very, very angry. All they wanted to do was just for, just for outrage for marketing. So people would either go watch the movie so that they could hate it, or go watch the movie because they could love it. And here's the thing: when I went and watched the movie, I went and watched it because, I had nothing else to do, and my wife happens to love Beauty and the Beast, right? So we went and we watched it anyway, and we. It was a decent movie. It wasn't no masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, but the things that they were like, Christians can't take their kids to see this movie. I didn't see that in there. It's like, you kind of knew LaFoe was a little, he was kind of gay, acting in that
happy.
thing,
He was happy.
He was happy, yeah. He was,
He was very happy.
whatever. I think anything that I say to try to describe him would easily become
Problematic.
It'd be very problematic for me. So, so that was, so that's a problem. Anyway, but I mean, it was there, but it was funny. It was funny. And thank you, Geek Avengers, for the super chat, $5. Bi-Curious Batman equals strongly resembles badly written fanfic. Yes, it does. It just doesn't seem like they're really being serious about this. It just seems kind of ridiculous and kind of hokey. But they're not going to deliver. I forgot I still had my filter on. Take that back off. I'm sitting here talking the whole time as Hulk, and you guys are not even reacting to it. It's it's not a big deal.
Well, I kind of like it. Let's keep the Hulk, man. A real American hero, G.I. Joe is there.
What are you going to say, Nick?
I don't even know what I'm doing.
No, it's my problem is what it happened when Marvel did the whole Hail Hydra moment. With
yes.
That was funny.
That broke my tolerance. I only bought one comic since because they were talking about reaching back into neglected characters, and they did a Silver Sable one shot, and that was a really neat character. I'm like, hey, they're trying to do something smart. This I will support, but I haven't since then. And it's the whole, if they're going to do these gimmick things, and that's what it is. It's a gimmick.
Gimmick, yeah. And I don't even get upset by these things anymore.
There's a reason it's coming out right around, they're talking about it right before June. Because June is what?
LGBT, it's
awareness.
This
is me misspeaking.
Pride Month. It's Pride Month. Pride Month.
Pride Month.
I think that's what they call it, Pride Month.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends across the spectrum of orientations and whatever. I figure y'all do what you want to do. It's not hurting me and mine. It's not my job to do anything.
Apparently Ace and Gray did it first.
But
Ace and Gary did it. Oh my God, that's right.
Yes, that's great. But my point being, don't fall for this.
Don't fall for
it. Now, if you want to support character,
they're tricking you.
Representation in comics, awesome. I believe everybody should have a shot at representation in comics.
Yeah,
I don't think it should be a zero-sum thing, because
it shouldn't be forced.
Yeah.
Well, if you want a character who reflects something, you either take a character who is canonically well read, with a lot of depth. You go back and you add depth to that character. That makes sense.
So let me say
But when
this.
you have
So
decades and decades of canon about a character in real world, and
so
don't do that, or write a new character. That's
so
the part where I think
Miss Marvel,
it's just
Kamala Khan. Okay,
okay.
I was out of comics for a while. Wasn't buying them. Wasn't reading them. Come back in, and here's this new character. It didn't really speak to me, but here's the thing: I understood that it wasn't that character.
Right.
Wasn't written for me. It was written for a new generation of reader, and I was fine with that. But they created a new character to include the immigrant story, this storyline, and I'm like, that's great, that they did that. And here's the thing: not everything that's in comics is written for everybody else, and that's fine. Right. It shouldn't be that way. There should be things that Nick likes that I don't like, and vice versa. Because I mean that's just how it is. So yeah. I'm not upset when they write characters of inclusion. I think it's great that somebody's got a character they can latch onto. What I don't like is when they take legacy characters and do this kind of weird stuff to them. And to answer Eric's question, yeah, I am going to be on Drawn and Quarter Ultimate Edition tonight. Can't wait. I've been wanting to be on Drawn and Quarter for a couple of years, and finally being able to get on. So I'm excited about it. Wouldn't miss that for the world. So definitely check that out tonight, guys. I'll be sharing out that video link like it's hot. And Agent Zero says #retire legacy characters. Yeah, maybe that's the best bet, so that we can get some fresh stuff going, right?
Bare minimum, can we put a moratorium on the exact same villain? If you're not going to retire Batman, or tell the story of him building up to retirement, which actually would be interesting and might actually resonate with a lot of comics fans as we're aging. Because, it's kind of weird for me to have been following Batman in animation and comics all these years, and for him to be perpetually in his low 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I really did like in the comics when Luke Fox, took over the role of Batman, which made sense because Lucius Fox was the guy behind all the tech. The really complicated tech, right? So it only makes sense that his son, kind of growing up on the inner circle of the Batcave, just on the outside of it, would take over the mantle of that. I mean, how cool is that? That Lucius would be able to be a part of still the legacy of Batman, even past his being able to invest in the making of that person. Now he's
problem,
I think that is cool storyline and idea.
Aging Superman makes sense. The fact that they're finally going, Supes and Lois have finally gotten together. After all this will they, won't they for 50 years, they have a child. Maybe they people taken the child and gone off in directions some people don't like, but at least it's a continuity. You can keep that going.
Yeah.
You can't just keep taking the same character, and I don't need to see Uncle Ben die again.
Yeah, I don't need to see the Waynes getting shot again.
I want to see Uncle Ben die again. That's fun.
Well, you could just play that on loop if you want. Just sit down.
I do. I do.
I would almost wager money, but I don't.
With great power comes great responsibility.
If you went on
boom, boom,
a super cut of Uncle Ben dying over and over and over again.
Johnny Cage says I'll give a participation vote for myself. You'll sort the rest out.
You always have my support, Johnny.
Again, thank you.
Thank
you, Geek Avenger, for the super chat. That's really appreciated. And Atrocity Press is back with a what up. We were just talking about silly geek things and all that fun stuff. LMAO, Luke is illustrating the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I tend to do that.
See, it's the whole. If you want something to change, one thing I believe, even if my idea is wrong, I believe if I'm going to complain about something, I better at least have an idea of a solution.
Yes.
Because if I'm not going, here's something I don't like, and I'm not saying maybe we should try this. I could be wrong, and that's fine. But if I'm not saying try this, or I don't like these stories, I'm going to write my own, or here's a simple suggestion that might fix it. At least it's something different. Anything else is just whining.
I think when it comes to fixing, quote unquote, fixing comics,
Yeah.
That we all, here's what one thing I've learned from ministry that really applies here. I think that we that we can all be wrong, but we can't all be right.
Yes.
You know, it's just
Yes, we
it's
can.
just impossible. We
That's
can't
true.
all be right.
No, we can't.
We can't. And
Obviously, you heard the pizza debates.
I think when we come to that realization and we accept it, that hey, we could possibly all be wrong on this, but we can't all be right.
Well, I've
it
got
gets
a-
to the point to where you can listen to other people a little bit more.
There's a conversation I want to have with my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, and my sister-in-law. Right, my brother-in-law's wife. Right, so there's
Yeah.
his dad, there's him and his wife, and they're all in the same room. And I'm going to put this to them. I'm not seeing them because of COVID, but I'm going to ask them this one question: who's right? Because they all think they're right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These three people, of all the people I know in the world, these three people think they're right about everything, especially what you do,
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Right? And I want to put them in a room together and say to them all, answer this question, the three of you, who's right?
Because I bet even the three of
This
them
is-
don't agree.
Yeah, of course. This is what I'm saying. This is what you were saying. That everybody can be wrong, but not everybody can be right. So if somebody thinks that if the five of us here think we're right about everything that we think, we're clashing with each other, aren't we?
Yeah.
So who's right?
Somebody, yeah. And here's the thing.
Nobody.
We may not be able to figure out and decide who's right, but if we can all think that, hey, we all might be wrong, that puts us in a different mindset
Yeah, but
to
they
be able to
don't
listen
think
to
that.
one
They
another.
think they're right.
Right.
They tell me how to do my job. They don't know what a bloody pencil is.
Yeah.
You know.
You'll,
I,
you'll
uh,
always
but
have.
they will tell me what my job is and what I should do.
Yeah.
When I say
yeah.
do one, you know.
Yeah, I had a dear friend actually message me yesterday, you know, and tell me some things about my career, things that are happening in my life that contradict like what everybody else affirms in my life, right? So you all know that I am a pastor. I work in the ministry, and I also do this comic book thing. A couple of years ago, my state pastor encouraged me to pursue illustration and art and comics because he feels like the ministry is going to be going away from vocational pastors, and they're going to be bivocational at best, if not strictly, doing ministry as a volunteer basis, because too many of these pastors are they're getting narcissistic tendencies and they're embezzling funds, and it's becoming way too public for that. And so they're, he understands as our movement leader here in Florida that the tides are changing, and in order to do ministry the right way, we're going to have to be bivocational at best, and that is so he encouraged that. Other leaders have encouraged me to pursue the comics and those kind of things. And when I came back, I didn't have music at all. I can't play or sing anymore. But it's like I was jacked up into the Matrix or something, because I've got my art kind of leveled up without any practice, and so it was nice. But person after person affirms, Luke, that's what you need to do for work, because not many people know this, but I guess I'm kind of out in it now. We haven't really announced it. We're not really announcing it yet, but we're, the church has not fared well through COVID and through my absence with being sick for a while. So it's the church is not going to last past the end of the year, and so we didn't know what we're going to do ministry-wise, things like that. And this friend had the audacity to say, "Oh well, God's taken all that stuff away from you because He's unhappy that you make comic books." He called it pornography, is what he called it. He goes, "You draw pornography," and I was like, "No, I don't."
What?
Yeah, but
Why would anyone say something like that? That's horrible.
Yeah. Well,
I bet he listens to records backwards, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just about.
Well-
You look for it and you'll find it.
I don't want to get into all those other details, because there's a lot more to that
You brought it
shouldn't.
up, Luke.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be just. There are things that I don't want to discuss in a public forum. I want to discuss
Right, and
that.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I
This is
want
the
to discuss
don't get
the
Luke fired. Cancel
Yeah.
is fine, but not fired.
canceled. Yeah, but no, and it wouldn't even get me fired. I don't want to chuck them under the bus. I don't want
Right.
to attack them. even though they attacked me with this, right? But it's that.
Wow, that sounds oddly Christian there, Luke.
Well, I don't know,
Sorry.
you know, but
That's how you die. That tiger tank is going to roll over your head. If you don't stop it, it'll squash it.
Glenn,
I don't have to stop it. I just get out of the way.
in the war.
Glenn, I just get out of the way, and that's
Yeah.
that's what you do when someone comes at you like that. You just get out of the way. You know, I appreciate their right and their freedom to say those words, but there's a consequence to them. You know, I don't think that everybody, you know, understands the consequence of their words. Consequence of those words are our friendship is taxed. You know,
But they don't care, do they? They don't care
probably not.
because they're right. This is what I was saying before.
Yes, yes.
They're right. They know they're right.
Yeah.
And
But here's the
clearly-
thing. You know, I've got across the board, I've got people giving me different feedback and input, people that I respect their input, that are allowed to speak into my life, they've been with me through the thick and thin of ministry and of the day to day. And I respect, they have the right. They've earned the privilege to speak into my life. And, you know, it's contradictory, right? So it's like, well, not everybody can be right on this, you know, about my path and my future and what I do as an artist, as a husband, you know, as a pastor, you know, in ministry. Not everybody can be right in speaking into my life on how to do those things, you know. But here's the thing: they can all be wrong. I could be wrong, you know. But at the end of the day, it's my choice on what path I take, whether it's right or wrong. Just like it's your path, Glenn. And if they come at you and try to tell you how to do your business and run your life, well, what business is it of theirs?
Yeah.
Well, the one question I want to ask is why does it have to be categorized as right or wrong? It's just a choice.
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
True.
Yeah.
How you see, when I was married before, and I had a choice of either staying in North Carolina or going back to New York and finishing what I needed to do. Now, if I stayed in North Carolina, I would have been hodgepodged in some sort of nowhere run job or anything. Or if I went back to New York, I'd have something of a greater chance to finish a degree, get a little bit more professional standing and whatnot. So I chose that. Now, if I chose the first choice, it would be up to my actions after said choice to make it either a good or bad one. You see, it shouldn't be any choice that a person make shouldn't be or place it as a right or wrong choice. It depends on what you do with that choice.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know what, if you decide to, let's say, Luke, you decide to stay a pastor and you go along, I mean, of course you are one, and you just keep going on that path and you decide to go in a direction that's individually yours. That's great. Let's say you decide to stop being a pastor tomorrow. That's still great because it is your choice to do so.
Yes.
No one should have, there is no one on this planet that should determine whether you included or me included, that should say a choice is a right one or a wrong one, because it all depends on the action of said act. It all depends on the result and the actions therefore.
Now, some of our experience
from that that action.
I will qualify that, but sometimes some of our experience and the things that we've gone through and some of our education, we can look at a thing and we can tell, like, oh well, that's not going to end well. You know, we be like, okay, that's, you know, that is probably going to be a bad choice, because I know people that they make bad choices. Yeah, I know people that just make bad choices. But you know,
sometimes a choice can be great, and then all of a sudden it could be becomes
exactly
horrible as a result of outside sources.
Yeah, you know, in my situation, you know, as a man of God who's obviously praying about, my, you know, my move forward. You know, there should be some reasonable expectation that, you know, well, you're gonna make the best choice that you can possibly make, given, you know, in my case, the leading of the Holy Spirit, biblical context, and natural circumstances. I'm gonna make the best choice that I possibly can to have the biggest impact in the world in a positive way. So it's like, you know, there should be some expectation of that. But
there is
from
expectation,
the desk of
but you're gonna do the best you can.
Yeah.
With that choice.
Absolutely.
And
And,
whether it becomes it shouldn't even be looked at as a good choice or a bad choice. It's just a choice.
Jody McPhee thinks that the best Batman was the Flashpoint Thomas Wayne. That was a pretty good Batman. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty good Batman.
I think
Boy
we
Joe.
need more of it. The problem with weighing something like that is content versus content. We would need a lot more to really feel the story out farther to see, is this actually the best Batman? Because,
Yeah.
it's really easy to say this one episode, this one comic, I think episodically, this one series is the best. But you gotta go, do we have enough stretch to actually measure?
Well, for me, when it comes to Doctor Who, the best episode is Blink. Like, for me, that's it. It is for a lot of people, but maybe not for everybody.
The Weeping Angels.
Yeah, the Weeping Angels, the introduction of the Weeping Angels. I mean, for me, it is a mind bender. It is, and it spends very little time with the actual Doctor.
Yeah.
But for me, it's one of the best episodes of that show.
Oh, yeah.
But again, it's all subjective, right? So our favorite Batman, our favorite episode, our favorite geekdom, anything, whether we like manga or not, it's all subjective. It really is. But your boy Hojo says they're using these characters as mouthpieces for political and ideological statements and injecting themselves into it. They're forgetting they're supposed to be telling a story to entertain people. I tell writers this all the time. Stop self-inserting. Now, self-inserting is different because I get a lot of people saying, well, I put a piece of me in every character. Okay. Well,
That's narcissism.
Two things. Yeah, you might be making every character self-insert in some way. Or, see, the way I do it, I create something, I find something that I can relate to in every character I write. That way I can try to feel their emotions when I write them. Okay? But self-inserts were like, oh, well, this person is, 6'4", he's got, dark hair, he wears a beard, he just had COVID, it's like, wait a second, how is he not, he takes this medicine and this dosage of medicine, he takes this, he does, it becomes like, well, the only thing about this character is that he has superpowers and you don't, right? And oh, wait a second, he's invulnerable and invincible? No, so to be honest with you, people a lot of times, because they see the beard and the way I cut my hair, and they're like, oh, you're a trash man, right? No. I was drawing Trash Man's hair like that for so long that when I went to the barber, they asked me how I wanted it cut. The only thing I knew was that. And I was like, well, leave it long on the top and the sides real short and, just trim the beard a little bit. And, I started realizing that I started, how owners start looking like their pets. I just started looking like I started taking on Trash Man's hair.
See, I want to talk about this just for a second before it goes away, so you can bring that back.
Okay, I can bring it back.
Yeah, I think this is actually too optimistic. Yeah. This is
wow, Nick thinks it's too optimistic. That's saying something.
Too optimistic. I think that this is what they want to project, and what it's really about is making more money. Because there are comics that are incredibly well written that feature homosexual characters or people of different beliefs. My first thought goes to The Authority. Great comic. I mean, it's a great comic title. Midnighter's gay. Woo! Scary. A superhero who might be gay. But a well-written, well-flushed out, that makes sense superhero.
Hello.
So it can be done without it being, I'm just doing this to push a statement. It felt very organic and natural. That's how you do it. All this is let's either, we're going to ring a bell, and some people are going to hear it as virtue, and some people are going to hear it as we're making a conflict, and it's going to get millions of people like us sitting around in rooms and online
talking about
about a title.
Yes,
they don't have to write it to be good. We're not talking about it like, wow, this is
tell her my phone is back on.
There we go.
So is your audio.
Your audio's on.
He's muted now.
Okay.
But yeah, Hojo says it's outrage panders.
Yeah, and
really what it is.
It's all about generating noise to generate money.
Good day,
If they
Facebook
were
user.
actually
Yep.
supporting the different communities, I'd be more respectful of it. And
Yeah.
when they're doing it right, I am, because I do believe representation matters.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hi, Amanda B.
I'm
Welcome.
seriously stone cold. I don't have to agree with something to think it has value.
True.
But I don't agree with when it's like we are clearly doing this as a ploy to sell things. And I see it exactly as making Captain America go bad. And he was really bad the whole time. It's the same mentality, and it's lazy writing. And that I
It's-
find unforgivable.
It's
Yeah.
poor imagination, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have the creatives. So they've tried
In a
to-
world
roofing
of pure imagination,
Yes.
it's a lack of imagination.
Yes. How scary is
Welcome,
that?
Amanda B. Thanks for joining us today. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Bacon Nation. I've been talking about the membership, but I realized I didn't have it turned on. It is now turned on, so you can now be a channel member. You can join
Sorry
the
about
Bacon
that,
Nation.
guys.
You can join the
okay.
Bacon Nation for like I think $2 a month or something like that, or you can become a Baconeer for $10 a month, which will give you access to exclusive videos, things that I'm going to be uploading here in the future, exclusively just for you. And then there's going to be the bacon bunch is the inner circle kind of thing, and that's I think $25 a month. So if you want to support the channel, you want to support me, you want to support what we're doing here, so that I can continue to make great content for you, please check that out. But welcome,
And
Amanda B, this
content
morning.
like today's show. You know? Sorry.
Jody McPhee says, define legacy characters. Miss Marvel, Marvel Girl, Captain Marvel, for example, aren't truly legacy. The mantle name is a placeholder. When you think Miss Marvel, no one thinks Sharon Venture.
And there
that's
are
true, yeah.
characters who are mantle based.
Yes.
Green Lantern.
Miss Marvel was Carol Danvers for the longest time.
Carol Danvers, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that was
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, yeah. Well, it was Miss Marvel,
Yeah.
and it became Captain Marvel, and yeah, I mean, the original Captain Marvel died.
First she became First she was Ms. Marvel, then she became binary for the X-Men,
Yeah.
and then she became Captain Marvel.
Yeah. And then for a while, she was nothing because she was in a coma because Rogue took her powers.
And that's why I don't
Well,
care.
Rogue
what
took
they
her powers before she became binary. She still
That's-
had that Kree DNA,
Yeah.
and the Brood were experimenting on her. This is my social life when I was a kid.
Right, yeah.
So it was like that she managed to be able to tap into the white hole of existence, and she was like Phoenix without the killing of
yeah.
14
Millions.
billion people
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Very
and
good.
my point is, some characters it makes sense to move the mantle, and do it respectfully, with reason. Like another good example from mainstream that people will know is, you know, they still intend to do Black Panther movies. The actor who played the Black Panther has passed, so they're going to make it go down the line to the actress who plays Shuri. Now,
Well,
I'm
that's
not
we don't know if that's actually going to happen yet or not.
Well,
That's a
they're
bad
they're
move.
having some trouble with that. So
Well,
That
what
is
I'm
a
saying,
bad
they're
move.
going to have to move it to someone.
Okay.
That to
I-
me makes
yeah.
sense.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know that it's a bad move. So Rich, we could both be wrong on that one, right? We could totally both be wrong on that. But I mean,
No, it's not a question of that. I mean, it's like the guy's dead, and you're making money off of his off the character that he's
Yeah.
known as
but
the most.
but here's the thing. He wasn't the character. The character existed before he did. You know, as an actor.
Chadwick Boseman was the first actor to play him. That he was as natural for that role as,
Well, then that's saying that,
as
you know.
Robert Downey Jr. is for Iron Man.
But then we're saying, you know, the same thing can go for Batman. Nobody else can
And
ever play
Superman.
Batman except for Michael
Chris-
Keaton.
And Christopher Reeve died, so
Oh,
no
yeah,
Superman,
or-
you know.
Yeah,
And
yes,
he
Christopher Reeve
was a
Superman. Or
replacement. There was a couple
He
before.
he
Yeah.
died after all those movies were made.
yeah, but the thing.
Christopher Reeve died. He died. When did he die? 1995? No, he got hurt in 1995.
But Boseman knew.
2004,
Boseman knew that he
yeah.
had cancer. He was asked in an interview, "Are you coming back for, coming back for the second one?" And he's like, "No,
No, I'm gonna be
dead."
dead.
Yeah, he goes, "No, I'm dead."
Wow.
Yeah,
Jesus
he
Christ.
literally,
God.
and no one knew what he was saying. He totally told everybody. He knew what was going on. He was instrumental in making that character come alive on screen and everyone fall in love with him because he did such a great job portraying the character.
So
I
are they-
think
are they
that the only
thinking-
right thing to do is to continue to portray that character for the fans, but to do it in a way to where we honor Chadwick for the awesome performance that he did, and let's always recognize the fact that he helped make that character come alive, just like Christopher Reeves did with Superman for my generation. He did that for Black Panther, and I think he did a great job. But I think the character needs to continue because
So are they thinking
he's
of
one of
stopping
my
the
favorite
character
characters.
because he died?
What?
I'm sorry.
Are they thinking of stopping the character?
What they're
No.
thinking
They
of
are.
doing
Well,
is
they're going to
because
pass the mantle down
it-
to his
because
sister.
He got it from his father.
Yeah, so he's
His
so
father
Black Panther.
died canonically.
So the next Black Panther's going to be a woman.
Quite possibly.
Quite
Because
possibly his
I
sister.
won't be watching that.
That's fine. I mean, they don't. That's
I know
the
it's
great
fine.
thing.
I know
That's
it's
the-
fine. I'm just saying I'm not
No,
going to
no.
do it because
No,
I don't
that's-
agree with
that's
it.
The great thing. But if we want to, all I'm saying is, when you have it canonically, that it would pass down. Then they've established in the universe a legacy. You know, much like the Green Lantern. You know, for reasons that have happened, the Green Lantern, there's been a different Green Lantern on Earth. And that's okay. If they want to tell a different story, they made...
What they're trying to do is create Black Panther as a mantle character, like
Right.
they've done with Captain America.
That's a very good argument.
but
That's
the
a very good argument.
Yeah, but the problem
It
is,
is.
some of these characters were never mantle characters. For many, many, many years,
Right.
Captain
And
America was always Steve Rogers. You know, Black Panther's always been T'Challa.
T'Challa. The
T'Challa.
problem is,
T'Challa, yeah.
you have a
I can't say it without like growling it.
That's not
T'Challa.
true. There was a Black. His father was Black Panther before. T'Chaka.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
That's why I use him as a reference point. T'Chaka, and then what you have is a chance. If you want to tell a different story, you have an organic, in-universe way to tell a story. My issue is when they generate like, oh, Thor is suddenly unworthy of his powers again. So we're going to have Mjolnir go to Jane Foster of all people, and she.
That was a good storyline.
See, you think it was a good storyline. I did not. I didn't like it.
What I will say is, at the time,
She died using her powers
But
in order
here's
to
the thing.
save all the Valkyries and all of Asgard.
not-
But
I'm not
at
that's
least
a
they
worthy
set it
death
up
if
in
I've
the
ever heard
comics.
one.
But at
Yeah,
least they
that's how
set
it
it
should
up.
be.
They haven't set it up for the movies.
They could have laid more groundwork to make it feel less shoehorned. It was done well.
Agreed.
But they didn't lay a process of that as much as maybe they should have.
Just like everything, they do it better in the comics than they do it in the movies because there's more
That's
setup.
right.
At least back then it was better written.
But the reason modern comics can't keep a continuity is you're trying to have Batman as a character who is dealing with issues from World War II timeline now, and that's where kind of stories you either have to reboot and have him start in the 80s or whatever, have a perpetually kind of time paused universe, which is fine. You see that in Batman the Animated Series, Batman, Superman. The technology is all set up, and all the stuff is in idolized almost 40s. You know,
Yeah.
It's but the time blocks down.
Yeah. So Nita's here. She overslept, but hey, welcome. Better late than never.
Hey, Nita, you know we love you.
She missed the really racy bits.
Yeah, not my fault for once. I can't get yelled at it.
You really think the stuff we were doing for Racy? This is a woman who took a picture of herself upside down with an orange in her mouth.
Yeah.
But this is her safe.
This is her safe show.
This is her
on the
safe
network.
show, and I do
This
my
is the
best
only
not
one that
to
doesn't have the
fail. I
TVMA
will
thing,
admit it.
right?
I have
So
failed.
I love when people.
Track that way.
Nita says, "I love when people tell me what to do. It's almost a kink." Wait, nah. I'll save that for the vlogs. Keeping it clean for Luke. We have not been keeping it.
Keep it warm for
very
me,
clean.
Nita. I'll see you later, baby.
That's what she said.
Our prices have never been lower!
I meant the pizza. I didn't mean anything else.
Okay, all right there. Your boy Hojo. You may be right. I might be crazy.
But it
may
just may
be a lunatic
lunatic
you're looking for. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll get my
What
voice back
white
one of these
guys
days.
got fired up by that. Real.
Yeah. Give me a little Billy Joel, man. Yeah. So I'm lost. Luke, dual streaming? Yes. Dual streaming, Amanda. Super far behind in chat. Is this live? Yes, it is live.
It is.
I don't see those comments. Also, watching at work. So stream is practically muted. All right, so here's the deal. We are simulcasting to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different places. So we are 4 Facebook locations, 2 YouTube channels, and 2 Twitter accounts. So this is going out on the Luke Stone Studios YouTube and the Raging 2 network. So we do, let's take just a quick break, and I want to show you guys this video to make sure you check out the rest of the Raging 2 network. As you can see, there are tons of great shows on the Raging 2 network, so I do encourage you to like and subscribe both to the Raging 2 network and to the Luke Stone Studios network. If you so choose to send up one of those super chats or super stickers, or even smack a super thanks if you're watching a replay, I really appreciate that. It helps me make more content. And if you want to become a channel member, you'll get access to a lot of really, really cool stuff that's coming down the pipe. Plus, you get cool badges and great emojis that you get to use that other people just don't get to. And let's welcome Radio Retro Future.
Hey, Bonzar, how you doing? He's doing some incredible things with the Association of Ishtar.
Yes.
If actual, like, gritty steampunk is your jam, follow him. He's just, it's fun. There's elements of, gritty, dark, cosmic horror lined up with steampunk.
Well, just shut up and take my money.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes. Let's make sure his links get in the chat. Pop them up there if we don't, let us be able to see those. And I want to welcome a brand new member. Geek Avenger just became a member. Thank you, Geek Avenger. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you. Let's get back to some of these comments real fast. Ooh, where's my last one? I had a dump.
Oh boy. Yeah.
There it is. A good day. All right.
I'm sorry, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I have never heard that before. I love it. Hashtag Von Demithers. Yes, I created new content. Seriously though, not telling you to do anything. Do as you want.
Yep.
Yes, do as you want. I want you to do, like I'll try to influence you and encourage you to do certain things, obviously. But, at the end of the day, you need to do what you want. It said, Clean has left a long time ago, though. Raging 2 Broadcast Network. See you in the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
You're going to have to watch the replay on this one.
Full on,
for
like,
sure.
ghost pepper cheese on your omelet in the morning,
Yeah. Geek Adventure talking about that guy doesn't sound much like a pure friend. Exactly. It's someone that I would have considered one of my best friends, one of my oldest friends. And it just, it definitely hit. It definitely hit in a way that, that it often doesn't happen,
Sometimes you gotta outgrow your friends.
Disagree with Rich. That gas station sushi was a wrong choice. Clearly, that was a wrong choice. And let's welcome Marv V today. Marv V, along with Mike Jimmy, they do the Sketchy Saturdays. I was on last week. I know, Rich, are you going to be on in the future? I think you're going to be on in the future, aren't you?
For me?
Yeah.
If they have
Rich
me,
is
sure.
essentially welcome whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm gonna be there Saturday.
We just try to keep to 2 guests at a time,
Yay.
but that's about it. Like,
Yeah.
anyone is welcome, really.
People say, hey, try to sound excited. Yay.
Sexy Mike already knows what it is. Be safe.
Yeah.
Mike
Marv
is,
says,
Mike is sexy.
greetings, sinners. Just came here to say hi. Take care of everyone. Take care, everyone. Not take care of everyone. Take care, everyone. I'll make an announcement on the next Sketchy Saturday show. Sexy Mike already knows what it is. Be safe, everyone. I'm going to tune in because I want to know what that announcement is. Because I always love a good announcement. I like good guys that don't behave with moral ambiguity. And you know what? I agree. I'm with you there. That's why I try to
maybe
create.
like long walks on the.
Superman. We need classic Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
We just need somebody to say no. That's not right. Even if
You know,
it's
that's
popular.
why Clarence, or AK Trashman, that's why he, without being prompted, it's inherent in him. He just does what's right. You know, I wanted a character that's just, they're just going to choose the right thing.
What a wonderful superpower to have, though. I mean, bear with me a second, but to just be able to walk without temptation and do just the right moral thing, just about every time. That
is tough.
That would be something I'd dig. That would make life a lot.
Everyone thinks invulnerability and, you know, a big guy punch hard. They think that's a superpower. His real superpower is just doing the right thing. You know, being able to see that. Nita agrees that was the best episode. It was such a great episode of Doctor Who. Geek Avenger says, I can dig stuff like truth, justice, and the American way. We need to bring the good stuff about ourselves as people out. Yes. Here's the thing about those heroes. Here's why movements, like these underground fan movements happen the way they do. Because we want heroes that we're not better than. I want a hero that I can strive to be like. That's why I write a guy like Trashman. Because I want to be like, man, in this situation, Trashman would do this. I'm tempted to not do that. Can I do the right thing? I know I can't punch through it with big blue arcs of energy. But what I can do is choose to do the right thing and use what powers I do have. Which right now, my powers is my voice, my mind, and my pencil. And that's what I'm going to use. You know? So that's true. That's where we're at.
Well, like
Ryan,
you could have
or Rion.
the power of Brian Morris's editing.
Welcome, Ryan. I believe it's Ryan. Yeah, I think it's Ryan. Morning, ladies and gents.
Aaron, that's what his name is. Aaron.
No, Ryan. R-I-O-N.
I know.
So, very good stuff. Very good
I'll
stuff.
be quiet. Also,
Critical. Radio Retro Fear says, great conversation. Mark, right, etc.
I love the drinker.
Tour as Warburg. Right, Carol Danvers was Warburg for a while. Retro Future says one thing he mentioned was that many older writers were Army veterans, etc. The current generation gets PTSD from Twitter.
Yeah,
they were tougher. There is definitely there's a statement.
I'm sorry. I will not say another word.
There's a statement that hard times make good men. Good men make easy times, and easy times make weak men.
Yes.
And it's those weak men that make hard times. And so the cycle continues. And I think that's what we're seeing right now.
It's the tough men who allow the others to be weak. Because they sort the problem, and then they don't have, the next generation doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's some tough men in this room. This virtual room, but still some tough men in this room. And I think there's tough men in the chat. And I think that's what tough men and women that stand up and do the right thing, and they work hard to create and to build, not tear down.
Are you assuming their gender?
I don't have to assume their gender.
That's the point.
Don't you know? Don't you know I'm a biologist?
That was a
He has access to WebMD, and
I'm
that makes him a doctor.
I don't know if you realize this, Glenn, but I'm kind of an expert on everything because I have a YouTube channel.
I was getting that opinion, yeah.
Wow.
I know all of it.
That's why I'm here. I'm listening. I'm listening to what you say.
Right, yeah. Sit back and learn while I go Super Saiyan.
There it is. Triggered. Way to take yourself excessively seriously.
Oh, boy. I never take myself seriously. But you're absolutely
do.
right. Your boy Hojo says Martin Freeman should be the next Black Panther as an homage. I won't hold my breath. That's true.
Wow. Oh,
That
sorry.
would be problematic. Some people say that I'm based. I had to look this up. My daughter helped me figure out what based meant. Some people say that I'm based, right? Other people say that I'm problematic. The truth is, I don't care.
What does based mean?
I don't care. But apparently it means that they like what I'm saying. That it's like I don't really know. If you're in the chat and you know what based means, please tell us, and we'll get down there very quick. I'm trying to get through these things really quick. So let's get caught up because we do have some really cool things to share in here. All right, so your boy Hojo says Christopher Reeve had his accident like 30 miles from me. I drive by the horse farm often. Man, that's a hard thing to look at and to think about and remember. Let me know when a guy has to pick up Wonder Woman's mantle. LOL.
Yep.
Well, I think that I am prepared to do such a thing.
Linda Carter's brother.
Larry Carter.
I think I'm prepared to take up the Wonder Woman mantle. What do you
should
think?
have spun around first, Luke. You should have spun around in your chair.
I can't.
Oh, God.
Miss me yet?
Oh, boy.
All right. Oh, how do I get rid of this thing now? I'm gonna be stuck.
Great.
I'm forever
Stuck
gonna
on
be
you.
Wonder Woman. There we go. Well, that's not a bad thing. Forever stuck on Wonder Woman.
Wow! Wow, Luke. Okay, I'm Luke, I think you've gotten rowdy enough. You may need a timeout, my friend.
Time out. I did it.
because we
I
can
did a
go
thing.
for 2
I did a
hours
thing. Ragin says mini Italian sausages aren't my thing. They're not your thing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, I really like shortbread.
Now, how about shortbread? Is shortbread your thing?
Yeah,
Mini Italian sausages aren't your thing? Well, yeah, they wouldn't be your thing because it's not my thing, my darling love.
Ryan loves Billy Joel.
Nice going.
Front desk is laughing. Welcome, Dean. Dean is leveling up every day. The new Embrace is coming out soon, and he is killing it. Welcome, Dean. Hail, Dean. A wonderful creator, and we love him. He's over there in the land of Bowie knives and kangaroos. Kangaroos. And Geek Avenger became a YouTube member. Thank you, Geek Avenger. We appreciate it. Make sure to use those. You can choose your you know how you have that little S dollar sign there. I think you can change that to the bacon if you wish. And there's special things that you get to use. And it's all about the bacon. Yes, it is. It is all about the bacon.
I thought it was all about the base or the Benjamins.
No, it's all about the
I'm about
It's all
both.
about that bacon. He is officially part of the Bacon Nation. And you can be too. You can be too. Sketchy Saturdays is a fun show. And yes, I'm not only a watcher. I'm on the show. Yes.
I'm a will watch.
Good to have you back, Joe.
Also, new video tomorrow with link to our Kickstarter. Absolutely. Make sure we pop that out there. And we'd love to be on our show. We would love to have you on Radio Retro Future. Just head on over to my website, lukestonestudios.com. You can meet me through Twitter, Instagram, or just send me a direct message through the website, and we can get you scheduled to come on. We'll always have a good time.
He's a
always
good time.
have a good time.
He's a good time.
Yes.
Very-
And, now that was a bit failous. Am I saying that word right?
No idea.
Okay. It was more that younger writers have little experience with violence and
What does
death.
Felius mean? What does that mean? If I or some shit?
Well, now we got to look it up. Dang it.
No, I'm looking it up.
I got to look up that, and I got to look up based and all that kind of stuff.
We're old.
Yes, I'm a hot mess, my brother. Yeah. Jody McPhee realizes I'm a hot mess. But
Radiate with dynamic energy. That's what
speaking of hot mess,
Thank you.
it's bacon time.
Oh no.
All right.
It's peanut butter.
But yeah, easy times breed weak people, and that is absolutely true. I think we're seeing that all the time. You had good hair as Wonder Woman, Luke. Yes,
You know,
I did.
Luke reminded
Some
me
nice
just
hair.
a little bit of mullet era Superman.
Yes, yes. Right after he came back from the dead in the black suit.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, wow. Did he get like some crazy style points while he was gone?
See,
I
he
don't
was
know.
buried under radioactive Miracle Grow.
Base basically means red pilled. Oh, okay. Against the progressive agenda, willing to go against the mainstream opinion. Which is funny. I saw Heather Antos posted something the other day that I kind of low-key disagreed with, but also kind of agreed with. It was kind of a thing that a particular group of us in a little hat group, hashtag hat group, had talked about before, about taking care of the creators. But at the same time, I kind of disagree that if you did a job and just because you worked on a book or a project, and then that project goes on to be amazing, doesn't mean you should get a kickback from it. My letterer from book 1 or book 2, they don't need a kickback if Hybrids becomes a great animated series or something like that. That's not how this works, baby. So I kind of disagree with that. But a lot of people called her based, and I kind of feel like she's on the more progressive side of things, if you will. And I wonder how long I'm going to go before I take off the bacon.
No, see, that's an interesting point, because I think a lot of if you're going to if you make it big and somebody helped you, depending on what they did, really is a sliding scale of what you should look back to.
Yes.
And because there will always be people who do very small things for you and expect great rewards.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are people who will literally build you a foundation and then expect to be forgotten.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a.
So it's
like if
case by case, but that's how I look at most.
I mean, let's say Hybrids gets turned into a video game. Guess what? Nick gets to go with me, because Nick is the
Y'all
one
heard
that helped make Hybrids a game to start with. He's part of the engine now, right? So Nick, anything that he adds to the story through quick plays and things like that become part of lore, becomes part of the canon of what I'm writing, he deserves a kickback, right? But somebody who's editing that game, they don't have any ownership.
No.
We
What
had an editor that tried to take ownership of the thing.
Yes.
Like, look,
Oh my.
no, I don't know.
Oh.
I
You gotta warn
don't
me
think you
about
know
that.
what you're
That
doing.
physically
Luke,
hurts.
you write music.
I do.
Yeah. Right. Well, you've heard of Paul McCartney.
Yes.
Who's that?
Well,
I'm joking.
he wrote a song years ago you'll have heard called Michel, and he sings some French lines in it. And he got, back in 1965, he got his then girlfriend Jane Asher, her friend, who could speak French, to translate Paul's words into French to sing in the song. So should that guy get part of that royalty?
Not a chance.
No, exactly.
Not a chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could say, because it's crazy. Jack Kirby said that when he wanted his artwork back, and people were saying, "Oh, well, the inker should get some, and the writer should get some." He said, "Yeah, why don't we give the guy who puts it on his motor scooter and takes it to the printer? Why don't we give him a couple of pages? Because if he didn't take it, it wouldn't be printed." Well, where does it stop?
Yeah.
I will say this: if a corporation makes a tremendous amount of money on, like when Disney makes billions of dollars, they should put bonus checks down the line to their employees. In something
Well, I
like
think,
that,
yeah.
I could see that.
It's like, hey, this movie did really well. Everybody that worked on it, you get a little extra, you get a little bonus for having been a part of making this thing successful. But that's only something that happens really in the in the private market, with people.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I think this, if anything, this episode just might get us. And I'm fine with that, because you know what? I'm uncancelable, baby. You know what makes a person uncancelable? They don't care.
Okay.
If you don't care what they say, then you can't be canceled. And the truth is,
I'm not a smart man.
so I wouldn't know anyway. I wouldn't know either way about the whole cancel thing. Just wouldn't know.
fresh. A little farther in the chats, Jody, just a small press. Luke should has the bacon should start a section fresh from the frying pan.
I'm gonna have to go up and look. I think I missed that one. Luke has. That's the last one. The last one.
Yeah.
Luke is the bacon should start a section of the show called Fresh. Yeah, I think Fresh from the Frying Pan. Let's.
No matter what
Let's talk about.
Crispy.
Let's talk about what really matters.
Baseball.
Very seriously,
Serious baseball.
Let me tell you about Jesus. I don't think anyone would take me seriously.
Did you literally just do unveggie tales? Oh
Yes.
my god.
Geek Avenger says, preach it.
Eat some pastrami. Bacon.
Preaching is what I do. Let me get back in my pan. So preaching is what I do, and wouldn't it be really, really funny if I had to do a live stream on Sunday and I forgot to take the filter off, and I just did the whole sermon. I laid out like some massive truth, as just a slice of bacon, or worse yet,
You would have so many.
had bacon behind me. But I really kind of like the floppy bacon.
Yeah,
That looks like a bass bait to me. If that makes me a redneck, I accept. But that looks like some kind of trolling bait. Like you just.
Yeah, it's weird. It makes me a little uncomfortable.
I know for a fact that Nita likes the really hard bacon. Not the
Oh
really
my
floppy bacon.
gosh! Oh my gosh!
That's what she said.
Guys, I really have to go because I still gotta get dinner.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave right now. We've been at this for 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah.
So we are way past time to close it down. Radio Retro Future has to go as well. So real quick, everyone go around. I'm gonna throw you up on the big screen, and you're gonna tell me, you're gonna tell them where they can find you and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna start with you, Mike Jimmy, because I know you got to go.
Yes. You can find me in an hour and 45 minutes for the first official episode of Hung on Animation, where I will be going over the basics of animating in Clip Studio Paint. You can find the Radiant site on Kickstarter right now. Be sure to sign up because we are collecting signups, and it's a really awesome Korean drama-inspired romance. And on Sketchy Saturdays on Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, where I draw with Marvi and whatever guests we can get. So guys, stay awesome. Thanks for having me. But I gotta get some dinner in my system.
Yeah, get going, buddy.
See you, Mike.
Oh, it's me? My turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi. I'm Rich. I draw stuff. You could find me on Twitter occasionally at Greystoke20. You can find me here on Facebook. I have my own YouTube channel, which I have to get back to at some point, called The Richness, where I go live drawing stuff and pages of art and commissions, and I say really nasty words a lot and lots of innuendos and stuff, but it's really fun.
Sounds like fun.
I'm Glenn Fleming. I'm a writer, artist, and publisher. You can find all my work on Amazon, and you can pick up this latest one here of my trips to see Jack Kirby, and you get a DVD with it. You see Jack talking in his studio. I also publish this Comics Unlimited. This is number 1, but issue 9 is just gone on Amazon too, and you can find all my books, children's books, everything I've done there. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and wherever you want.
Hi folks, I'm Nick Cocker, and he loves to get me. Where it's most important is you can find me on LukeStoneStudios.com, where you can get Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, the role-playing game. This is the quick play edition. This will be out. The full edition will be out around Christmas, unless Luke gets faster. You're going to be hearing a lot of products that I'm involved in over the course of this year from folks like Telepathic Bunny and Buddy Lord, Jody McPhee, of course, and I've got, besides Luke, I've got a couple things that will be coming out game-wise by me, including hopefully more Big Stumpy Robots, a tabletop tactics game.
Robots.
And if you want to learn sword fight, be sure to follow me both on my YouTube channel, The Historical Fencing Guild, or buy my books, The Simple Sword and The Fighting Axe. Both of these are easy-to-access manuals to teach you in plain English how to sword fight or axe fight. The Simple Spear, for the people who are on my Patreon, is going to be winding up very quickly, and that will be hitting Amazon this summer. I had to put it off for all the contract work I've been doing. You can find me here every Thursday at 9 a.m. on Nerd Bacon. You can find me on every Friday at 8 p.m. for the Historical Fencing Guild live stream. And I'm always around the Nevermind the Furthermore with Brian K. Morris on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm usually in the chat, but there's some things happening that may make it a little more spicy. And those start at Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wow. Gosh, are you done with the list of things you do yet?
Not even close, but this is as good as as much room as I have. I've got an art channel. You can find my art, my some limited stop motion animation, a few other things at the Nicholas Tockert YouTube channel. Sword fighting techniques at the Historical Fencing Guild channel. And let's see, I know I'm forgetting a few things because I'm always doing something else in the near future. And I will be doing some appearances at Benton County Public Library over the course of June, providing on-site art for children. And I will be doing a pirate demo where I talk about how pirates lived, probably short sword fighting demo there as well. So yeah, I think I'm in a good place for what I usually do. There's always more. And if you want to know more, look me up on my Patreon, the Historical Fencing Guild, where you can find out my progress there.
Nice. Yeah, definitely check him out on
You need a
Patreon.
show to tell us what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
a whole show, just, yeah.
Love song.
Yeah. It'll be called What's Nick Doing This Week? What's next, Nick? Yeah.
What's next?
what we do.
Isn't bad with the little Hawaiian shirt logo. I
Yeah,
can see it.
and then would it be a sermon talked about the thing from as bacon on clean and unclean? Could be. I love bacon though. I'd be a terrible Jew. I could not cut bacon out of my diet. It's been a fun show, and Luke, please think twice on the next product you decide to be the Consumer Report, like for Nerd Bacon. LMAO. He done laughed it right off, so he's gonna need them. If you laugh it off, you need the pants so that you can have. So you can
Luke,
have one.
thank you very, very much for having me on your show, and I hope I can come on again at some point.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure having you, Rich.
Thank you.
pleasure is mine.
you.
Thank you.
I didn't mention. Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, whatever. I don't care, Nick.
DeviantArt.com/Nick T. So no, they're harassing me because Luke keeps making my time longer, so I have to keep filling it up.
Yeah,
hear
I just leave him
something.
up.
I don't
just
know
to
what
see
it
if he
is.
keeps talking.
I just yeah.
What was that?
You were saying?
Anyway, you can find me. I've been one of your hosts this morning. I do want to thank the panel, everybody showing up, and more than anything, I want to thank the chat, because I tell you what, the show wouldn't be half as fun as it is without you. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the super chats and the memberships. We do appreciate everything that the chat does. You are probably one of our most important. You are our most important member.
Yeah, we're here
Rita,
to
I love you.
chat the internet at large.
Yeah, so come by, check out LukeStoneStudios.com, sign up for the mailing list. I do have a couple of days left on the Hybrids, the Killing Fields Part 1 through 3 campaign. We unlocked another stretch goal. I've yet to tell everyone that we've unlocked it, just because I've been rather busy. But we did unlock the magnet, so we'll have everyone now get an ion magnet that we'll be getting on that. So it's pretty awesome. We're moving right along. We're I think less than 5 backers away from breaking 100. So we'd like to see that happen before the end of this campaign. Make sure to check that out. And I want to thank everybody for being here and for chiming in, and try to remember to leave the wood pile a little bit higher than you found it. A lot of people are in this industry and in this world tearing things down. Let's not tear. Let's build up more than we tear down. Let's try to make that our motto. And if we can, let's be a little bit like Trash Man and try our best to choose to do the right thing.
Spread the trash all over the place. Oh wait, wrong.
Yeah,
trash.
just be a little more like Trash Man.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring.
Yeah, but this has been a very, very good show. Thank you again. We've gone 2.5 hours on a show that used to be an hour-ish. So
we need to get back to the hour thing, Lucas.
yeah, we'll try our best, but this is just so much fun and people are engaged with it. So it's even now we still got people watching all the way to the end. And I just think about what we've been able to do.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
Think about your life. Think about your choices.
It's been good.
We got
All
a
right,
genuine smile out of Glenn with that one, and that's worth it. Because British people don't smile easily. You have to earn it. They have high standards of comedy.
All right. And with that, we bid you adieu. See you, everybody.
See you, everybody.